Good afternoon, everybody. Hope everyone is having a lovely day. I've had a pretty good day so far. And we're going to get rolling very soon. I love when I get an off-stream subscription, because I'll be doing a session using OBS and I'll get like this massive loud, like I'll get the stream notification and I'm like, bruh, in the middle of our session. Hey, THK. Bum bum ba bum 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 bum. Hey, Prost. Or Prost. Snackosaurus Rex, hello. Simulacrum, yo. Hate the stream tab open while I'm studying and just probably blew my speaker. Whoops. Win Deadlock bot review? I don't know. I played a little bit last night. Gabe has been forcing me to give it a shot. Poop kip, and I've been trying. It's been fun. It's been fun. It's different. You know, it's a different game. Very different from Overwatch, but it's fun. Hero Misery Genji. We'll talk about. I'll explain what Hero Misery is later. I'm actually going to add the command right now, just in case. Commands add misery. How do you play versus every counter in the game? Do you know what time they're patching the Ash bug? Don't know. No. Can you give me a hug? No. Not after you posted that on a clip. You know, that wasn't even that bad. I was very clearly in the middle of a comp, like a firefight with my tank trade, and you only gave me like 2 seconds to react. You only gave me like 2 seconds to react in the middle of a firefight. You know what I'm saying? Like that you gotta give me some credit there. Escort guy, those are legal Maisuke. Funny. Is Soldier viable now with armor changes? He's certainly much better. Yeah, I think much better. But yeah, I think Soldier is still always fairly decent, because you know you don't always have to take the tank trade with Soldier. I think that flexibility gives some fairly decent matchups. But you know, certainly the low amount of tank pressure did hurt him. But we'll see. Even when my hero isn't good, they decide to nerf him again. Escort, do the best strut for us. Strut? Like, you know, like chicken strut? Like I don't really know. What what am I doing? What is the goal here? How to play Ashe against Ball Tracer Summer? Yeah, something like that is what we're going versus. So when does Joe Rogan come on? Yeah. Do 3 freaking podcasts a day. Unknowable. I'm going to be on Samito's podcast tomorrow. His first guest on his, Locker Room podcast. And then I'm planning likely be on Group Up this Saturday as well. Does it squelch when you jump to Poppy? What the frick does that mean? Don't do that ever again. Wasn't my fault. Hey, Astounding. You want some VODs of Ashe versus Ball Tracer Summer? Nope. You stay tuned. Trust me, we're going to be doing some stuff live on stream. My plan is to have something like a Reinhardt versus full counters, or a Winston versus full counters, and I'm planning on doing it, and I will be spectating from a third person, and I'm planning on doing a Zenyatta versus full counters that I might be playing myself. And then we'll basically what we'll do is we'll look at how a player can try to play versus those counters, succeed and fail. And then what we'll do is we'll go and VOD review afterwards, either VOD review myself or VOD review whoever else is playing those tanks. And then basically go, okay, this is what they could have done, this is what they should have done, while also understanding the limitations of what you can do. Any thoughts on new Hanzo? From what I know, I haven't played versus him enough. I haven't played him enough. From what I hear, the timing feels a bit off, which is unfortunate. It definitely, it's like a quality of life thing. But yeah, I don't really have any full thoughts. So what do you think? They never compensated for Genji blade damage after season 9? I hear you. Yeah, I hear you. I still think that I would love if they ever actually put time into addressing damage boost with Blade at some point and breakpoints so that they could shift more of his power into his neutral. Because Nano Blade has always been the main thing that keeps Genji out of the top tiers. He's always been relatively decent. I think Genji's death is grossly exaggerated, partly because he does require more effort. So his skill floor is much higher than a lot of the other characters, which is why he can feel bad for a lot of players. But I do understand that for a character that has his ceiling, he's never really had his time to shine. Are you doing that for all heroes? Not planning to do it for all heroes, no. But I think this will be a series where I could see us in the next 6 months, depending on my schedule, doing, a dozen heroes, something like that. What's up, Poke? Is Genji dead? Hello, Tektress. By the way, chat, can we get a happy birthday for Tektress in chat? He is 47.
Are we starting with an Ash Fodoo?
No, actually, we just did a coaching session right now, off stream. So we're gonna be going into. Actually, I'm not sure what we're gonna be looking at. I'm not sure what Liam plays here, but we're gonna be looking at. We're gonna working with Liam here in a second here. Next time you interview Alec, you must hold him at Shirk and point until he addresses this. You got a devious smile on that pic you posted? It's an old picture. That picture is almost 10 years old. 10 years old. But yes, I do have a bit of a devious smile. Good old Beyond the Belt. Hello, Sync. I'm doing well. Let's jump into this coaching session. So this will be a unique replay review. I will be in voice with the student, which is obviously going to be pretty sucky because this is an Australian person. And I don't think I need to elaborate any further on that. Hey, how's it going?
Hello.
How are you?
I'm all right.
Okay. What the frick are we looking at?
That's great. Some Devan Ball.
Devan Ball. Okay. So you're gonna int my Patreon games, and then you're gonna make me look at your gameplay.
Something like that.
Okay. So double dipping on war crimes. I got you.
Yeah.
How often do you deal with like stereotypical lazy Australian jokes?
A decent amount.
I guess it depends on who you play with, Like, do you play within the Australian community? Then obviously it's just not funny. But like, if you play with people that are not Australian, that's probably the first thing that they constantly talk about. Like, your entire identity is the sound of your voice. How does that feel?
Yeah, don't get it much when I'm talking to other Aussies. So
That's good. So what are like the top 3 Australian stereotypes? It's probably spiders / everything is going to kill you. It's probably your colorful use of language, which I will not repeat. And then it has to be like kangaroos or something like that. Like, it's super lazy, no?
Yeah, it's very lazy. Although driving around where I live at night is a death wish because there's just kangaroos everywhere. Right.
Do they actively like jump in front of the car? Do they jump in the car? Do they like do a head dive through the windshield and try to take over the car? Like, how does that usually go?
All of it. No, you'll see one and then you'll see another 20 and then you'll be like, oh, that's fun.
Yeah. See,
Please don't jump out in front of my car.
Yeah. See, I will say I am something of an Australian myself. Did you know I coached in the Australian region for like 6 months?
No, I did not.
Did you know I've been to Australia for a tournament?
No, I did not know either.
Is there an Australian like card that I can use? Like, is there like a word that I'm allowed to use, or like a joke that I'm allowed to make because I'm like I have done my time in the colony, the penal colony?
Maybe. I don't think I'm the most qualified individual for that.
Well, it doesn't matter. I'm so desperate for attention that I'll do anything for any sort of like, anything. So what would it be? Is it the fact that I'm allowed to say Aussie, 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 oi, oi, oi? That seems so lame. I need something
if
good.
You do it, you have to do it like very sort of patriotically, I guess.
Yeah. I got you. Patriot. Yeah, I could maybe do that. You see, the one thing that I've always done well with Australia is I love the Australian culture, at least in the pro scene, where everyone just makes fun of each other constantly. It's a little bit like the British culture, but like way more funny. British people just aren't funny enough. Maybe they need to get out in the sun more. I think that's the big difference between you two. But okay. I do think the Australian accent is superior as well, which I think is a key component as well. But okay, well, I will reserve the questions, I guess, till later. So now you didn't, for whatever reason, choose the VOD where I was playing, where I would have obviously carried the game for you. But that's okay. So you play D.Va, you play
Ball's more towards the
ball. Okay, excellent. And I will say, after playing with your ball yesterday, and I think recently, it was pretty good. So better than mine
on the
somehow.
same map.
Yeah, exactly. It's on the same map too, right? So what? Why this code in particular?
I felt like at the start I was doing pretty well, like whatnot, making smart decisions and whatnot, and then I think just as the game progressed, started going from playing like a plat/diamond player to playing like a bronze.
Right,
and then
right.
like the tilt as well.
And where are you at right now in rank? Platinum? Diamond?
Plat 3.
Plat 3. Platinum coaching and the tilt as well. Elaborate.
I found that like, the more and more the game went on, the more and more like almost nervous I got. Because I find I get pretty bad ranked anxiety. Like feel like, making my teammates annoyed and whatnot. Like, I hardly ever solo queue. Like, this is one of the few solo queue games I did. Because new update meant all the replays are gone.
Now, you said you hardly ever solo queue. Why? Is it to do with the ranked anxiety? Feel more comfortable playing with other people? Yeah,
mainly. So,
do you win more when you duo queue or trio queue or whatever?
I don't know. I feel like I don't play it enough solo queue to have like a proper breakdown, but I feel like it's a little bit more winning when I'm like queuing with mates, but then I feel like when I'm queuing by myself, I have a lot more like terms of like carry percentage, like I know I can do more type deal.
Okay. I mean, I can basically say that if you are queuing in a duo or trio, you're more likely to play versus duo and trios, and probably the more that you played out, it'd probably even out about the same in terms of win rate.
Yeah.
But and you probably know that too, right? Like you probably know that at least it's very close, and yet you still pursue duo trio queue because you feel safer within it. So when you're scared of queuing, solo queue, is it the scare? You're scared of losing, right? The ranked anxiety, right? The pressure as the game goes on, correct?
Yeah, a lot of it's like the flaming from the teammates type deal as well.
So when you're playing with friends, I assume that happens less because there's fewer people to flame, right? They're in the VC with you. Okay.
And it's like, and if someone is flaming, like, you sort of just have at least, if you're going to fight fire with fire, I guess, you sort of have that person there to back you up.
Yeah, I got you. So this becomes a political game for you almost when it comes to why solo queue doesn't work. So what needs to change? Yeah. So what needs to change? Because obviously the ranked anxiety with solo queue is a limiting factor. You're running with an ankle weight here in terms of your relationship with Overwatch. So what needs to change?
Probably leave text and voice chat for one.
Right. So you know this. So why are you in VC and text chat then?
I don't know. I think like the potential for like that one game where we actually have nice comms, we're all supportive and whatnot.
Yeah.
Like clinging onto that one game I probably had ages ago where we
Yeah.
actually weren't toxic.
Can I offer some advice, because that's a very worthwhile goal? Don't ever try to find that in solo queue. Instead, find it with mates, and that's all.
Yeah.
Make it a sure thing. You know?
Yep.
Because you're right, it is fun. It is really fun. I mean, I've played enough Patreon games to know, like, it's fun. It's fun when, like, you know, okay, maybe not the stuff we did like last night where everyone's in the same voice channel, but like a proper pug, you know, like a 5v5, you know, people are calling and stuff. It's fun, right? It absolutely is fun. It's what the game is, quote unquote, meant to be. But I think the nature of humanity means that you're not going to find it in voice very often, and so you're going to be willing to pay a lot of solo queue tax to get that game, to the point where you don't even want to solo queue because you're so anxious about it, and so that makes no sense whatsoever. It's like burning your hand over and over and over and over on the stove just to eventually 1 out of 25 times be able to actually get a cookie, right? Like, it's just not worth it, mate. It's just not worth it. Do something else. Yeah. So I don't know. I think what you're looking for is a very worthwhile goal, but find a more consistent and guaranteed way of finding that, and then play solo queue for your practice, your goals, what you need to do, especially if that's what's taking some of the fun out of the game. Because a solo queue by yourself is fun.
Yeah.
It's fun. You can focus on yourself, do your own thing, treat it like a drill, not worry about it. And I think that sounds like a pretty important goal, because most people, when they struggle to rank up, as I'm sure people in chat will back me up, it's not necessarily like strategic. It's like the game complicates things. So how can you make playing fun and productive?
Yeah.
Any questions about just general stuff?
None thus far, not that I can think of.
Okay, let's take a look. Now I'm going to make some assumptions here that you have a general idea of what you should be doing with D.Va. And what is that?
Like general idea of the D.Va, I find it to be just sort of just. Actually, I don't even really know. Honestly, it's sort of just
it's instinctual.
like, because I've watched like you guides, like that whack-a-mole thing. Like, I don't really like how I sort of like to play D.Va, and when I notice I play her well, it's like I play her like quite slow. You know, wait for like, you know, the whole beam squad to walk in, and then I just like assassinate one person, set back, go back to set up, assassinate, set up, assassinate, sort of that sort of deal.
Yeah.
Like, that's how I find most value on her, in my opinion.
So when you like assassinate this here, why was this so easy? Besides the fact that it just went inside of you, you know?
Yeah. Close range. I have my like micro missiles. I can burst them down easily.
Yeah, you got it. So then why aren't you pressuring squishies here?
I'd be walking through about 10 people.
Right. So it's just inconvenient. It's difficult to access this setup here, right?
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna have to boost her in. They're too far away. Your team isn't really in a position to assist you outside of maybe your soldier, right? So it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense, right?
Yeah.
So when you talk about like what D.Va can do, you talk about like the whack-a-mole thing that I've used before, and I honestly think that in some ways that I've gotten a lot better at coaching D.Va since then, because I don't think that analogy is complete. But basically, it is about setting up short-range off angles and kind of controlling space and looking for opportunities. Like right now, why is Ryan your priority as opposed to whatever this backline's doing? Again, going back to what we just said a few seconds ago.
No, he has no real LOS to his team. Like, apart from maybe like a stray Zen orb or something like that.
Right,
and
but
like,
so why aren't you here? Why aren't you here? Go ahead.
I'd have to like boost her in, and then I'd be discorded. There's no real cover around.
Right.
I'd be going out from the nice cover to middle of nowhere, get railed by an asp and the widow on the side.
So you got to be careful, but it's just a question of convenience, right? Like, this felt a lot easier to put pressure on instead of reaching this far. Now, as this fight devolves, that backline will have to walk forward to do anything. So will you be able to do anything about that? And this is where I think Diva really, really starts to level up in terms of complexity, because without even moving your camera right now, what's happening right now?
Okay. Well, Ryan's pushing car for one. My team's backing up, but then their like backline sort of pushing forward.
Yep. Okay, so at this point in time, you got to ask yourself, what's going on around me? Where can I assist? Who's close? What can I do? And I think like this is where it's really important for you to make the right decision, whether that's going for Ryan or going for backline and so on. See what's available. Give me 1 second. Yeah, Chad, I had something going on in the background that I forgot about. We should be good with stream lag right now. Should be fine now. Okay, so let's see what you do. Probably a mistake. Why?
Well, it's a full HP Ryan.
So stop right there. You're giving me information that is not relevant, because he had the exact same resources earlier and it was the right play. What's changed?
We're down one. Everyone else.
Nope.
And
Still doesn't matter. I'm being tough on you here. But I want you to think this through. Let's go back. Let's go back right to where you went to pressure here. And let's look at the battlefield environment, okay? So this will really give you all the context that you need, okay? So here.
Yep.
All right. And then here. What's changed? Besides the kill feed and so on. Do you see?
Widow and Zen have pushed up and
correct.
They're in
correct.
Like
so
short
now
angle position.
Right. So if we use that whack-a-mole analogy, which is, okay. The mole is whackable here, right? For lack of a better term, okay? But an easier way to think about it is more of your angle, which you set up here, which I really liked, has now more targets to choose because the enemy team has taken space. So why would you go for the Reinhardt with Zenyatta Orb? Like you said, when you could go for something else, because now something else is actually available.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's a matter of convenience here. Now, I don't know if this is a guaranteed kill, but I do know that this is guaranteed resources. I do know that this is guaranteed pressure that may or may not be able to assist your team with dealing with the Reinhardt. And heck, you look at the follow-up here, right? You actually have not follow-up in Ryan, you have follow-up here. So you might have the soldier shooting Ryan shield, which would be useful while you're controlling backline, or you might have direct follow-up on what you're going for, but what the frick, man?
Yeah.
It's just terrible. So the question is finish your thought here, because I want to hear what's the reasoning here.
I feel like when I'm both like playing support and tank, I never know when it's like I should be running away from everything and falling back, helping my team sort of thing, or sort of just ignoring whatever the hell's going past me and pressuring backline like this, basically like this situation here.
So let me ask you a question. How can you assist your team with Reinhardt in this situation? Do you have something that can stop Reinhardt from doing anything to your Ana? Do you have a CC? CD? No, you can't. You can Matrix a Fire Strike, but there's just nothing there really. The most dangerous thing on the battlefield right now is a Widow headshot, a Discord Orb, anti-nade, and a Sleep Dart. And all of those things are here. Yeah. And guess what? All of those things you're equipped to deal with.
Yeah.
So this isn't just about offensive pressure. It's about providing offensive pressure as a defensive value by forcing those resources here and not allowing it to be killing your Ana or soldier or whatever. Now, I don't know what your Ana's doing. I don't know what this is, right?
Cooking.
But you
that's my gameplay right there.
But you can't help this. You can't help this, right? So you have to find value elsewhere. And that's kind of like, to go back to your question, when you're unsure about whether I need to be helping my team or whether what can you do? What is your hero good at? And what is convenient for you with where you're positioned right now? If this backline was still here, your job would be to shoot to Reinhardt, even though you're not very good at it, because it's convenient. You understand?
Yeah.
And so right now, not only is this convenient, but it's something that you're good at, and yet you go for Reinhardt. We've talked about why that might be the case, right? But we need to fix this.
Yeah.
You're not really very high in HP. You took a pen, you mispositioned, you wasted your boosters, but this is good. This is good. Now, let me ask you one more question. When possible, instead of boostering into the enemy team, always ask yourself, can I booster to a high ground or an angle where I don't have to be in the middle of the open? So for example, right now, where could you have ended your boosters? That would be a little bit better for doing exactly what you're doing here.
A little bit to the right.
Right. Just get here, you know? Just get here. Why is this better than this? What's the difference?
Natural cover.
Natural cover. The high ground provides you the opportunity that if this starts to go poorly, you could just hide and then try again.
Yeah. And it's
That
easier
being,
for like my
that
armor
being
to
said,
kill me as well.
how you're doing this is garbage, but what you're doing, very good. So just the problem there is how should this have been done, ignoring the high ground. Let's talk about your mechanics here. How should this have been done here? Cooldown wise.
Well, yeah. Not use boosters the way I did.
Okay, so we've already talked about that though. Let's talk about your CDs besides boosters.
Could have maybe done a little bit of defense matrix, maybe. To, like,
I'll go further than that.
mate.
All the matrix here, because once you see this here, look at your HP, right? You see it?
Yeah, not looking good.
You need to matrix until you get the cows come home. I mean, like you got the full matrix right now. Will that be useful for your team?
Yes, because it'll I might eat nade for one, and then it'll just eat up a bunch of incoming damage.
It will eat up all the incoming damage and allow your team to deal with the Widow, to deal with the Ashe, to deal with the Rhine without having to worry as much about you. You will bait a lot of resources, a lot of attention at a very good time, and in theory, live long enough to be able to booster back out again. Now, again, we've already talked about how you've misplayed badly leading up to this point, but you could still salvage this. You just need a matrix. But you died with full matrix. Now, I'm being tough on you, but you're answering all the questions really well. That's exactly, you've nailed it. Okay, so we're going to wait, we're going to chill. And now what do you think about setting up? Because you and I both know that this choke is tough. So let's talk about this. Is there a good angle anywhere over here?
Honestly, like to the left. Like
here?
There's like that, like there, potentially, and like there's a little bit further back, I think. Like the one.
Like
not on the bridge. Yeah,
oh,
like
here?
that little. Like, yeah.
Can I be honest?
All the way around.
Garbage.
Garbage? All right.
Yeah. Way too far. Way too far, right? Like, you're just not going to be able to do anything here. So this is where D.Va is really, really interesting. So what's the best angle for you to be right now?
In the Rhine. No, in the Rhine's faces can't be right. Like, I'm not too sure.
You ready for this? Or see, when you play D.Va, you have the opportunity to take tank trades. You're not terrible versus Rhine. You and I both know that, right? It's not terrible.
Yeah.
You could take the tank trade pretty comfortably. It's just not always what you want to do when you have other options available, right?
Yeah.
The problem is we don't have other options here. Why? Because it's too far away. It's too far away. So you know what you do? You park yourself in the corner. Why here and why not here on the cart?
Blocks LOS to like all of them.
Right.
Rhine, basically.
I don't want to get spammed, right? I don't want to get spammed. I want to force the Rhine to look at me, right? Like, so you sit in the corner and you just tank trade. That's all. You tank trade.
Yeah.
Because you do that better than any other mobile tank in the game. Which it makes sense because if you think about what Doomfist and Wrecking Ball and Winston could do, well, this is still bad for them, but they could at least theoretically dive backline here. Not you. Not you. You're too slow. So I don't have a problem with the target that you're on right now. I just have a problem with where you are taking that trade. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Find the
Yeah.
corner. Because this is where a lot of Diva players are going to see my videos and be like, I want to play for backline. And they're either going to dive backline or they're going to take an off angle on high ground. But it doesn't matter because they're playing sniper Diva. This isn't going to work. You're just going to have to off angle on tank. Now, this is good, right? You managed to get close to a squishy. But yeah, just mark cart here. Don't let them cap. Does this make sense?
Yeah.
So we're looking for short range angles. If the backline is too far away, we focus tank. If the backline is close, we focus backline. Usually. And that's it.
Yeah.
And that's all it is. Make sense?
Yeah.
Where's your team set up? Here. So where should you be?
Potentially on height, maybe where junk is.
You got it. Brilliant. Get there. Why? Because what can you do from here? Tank trade. Squishy backline pressure. All sorts of options, right?
Yeah, and I feel like I actually have options there as opposed to this.
Yeah, I mean, you're very clearly holding here still with angle intentions, right? Like you're going to have a little bit of a crossfire here. And I don't mind it. It's just probably not the best way to do it. And this is what we hate. Because you know what? Something funny, again, who should you be focusing here with where you are?
Right.
Ryan. Sit on this corner, hug the wall, and burn the son of a gun. Isn't that weird? Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
But you know what? It's the right play. It's not the best setup you could have done, but it's the making the most of where you were. Because what's the problem with this position? Again.
Flying in straight into the open for
It's
the
so
Widowmakers and
far.
everyone to look at me.
It's just so far, right? It's just so far. You just can't get there in time. That's the problem.
Yeah.
So like like you are creating space, and I respect you trying here, but it just feels so bad. The reality of the situation is this fight would have been terrible if your Junkrat had not rip-tired. Your Junkrat rip-tiring is the only reason this worked, because everybody like ran, which allowed you to just go super far. But it's terrible.
Yeah.
It's terrible. So you're trying to go for backline, but you're not set up for it. So if you can't set up for it, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Now, this is good. You're peeling here because of objective. I don't really have a problem with this, but like, let's say that objective wasn't a concern. What should you do from here? Pretty obvious, right?
And the Widowmaker.
Go for the
Ash.
Widow, go for the Ash. Now, again, this is not a mistake because somebody has to touch cart. I'm okay with this. But only because cart was a concern.
Yeah.
Somebody in chat says, does the backline have to be close to justify a dive? What do you think, Liam?
As long as it's not doing what I was doing there, and like if they're in a position, like if you're playing Diva, you want short ranged off angles. So if they're far, you have to think about how if you go there, you just like leaving your entire team.
Right.
You like flying into the open. Like if you position, like if you position and set up correctly, then it's not as far to travel to the back line that's far away.
Yes. You should set up with the intention of seeing if I can go for backline, but if you can't, then don't go for backline.
Yeah.
Right? That's it. Yeah, exactly. This is brilliant. You see? Why? Because you're set up for it, and it was there.
Yeah.
Now, where should you set up again here?
Place.
Right. Good stuff. See, even the funny thing is, like, obviously, if the soldier peeks you here, you might need to be careful. But this is fine. There's nothing else to shoot here, right? So this is decent.
Yeah.
And notice now, what can you do, right? He wants to take space, but for him to take space, he walks into your space. So now, he's out. You notice how easy you control spacer? Now, this is an interesting moment here, where I think you have just a little bit of time with the objective, so you got to make a really important decision. You got to make it fast. What's the dilemma here?
Ryan and Ash are pushing up on my back line.
Yes. Based off of convenience here, this is your job.
Yeah.
But I'm worried about them capping. You get me? So let's see what you do. What do you think?
Based off of what, like, because like the soldier was there, but like I feel like the pressure in the Ash out, then Ryan is like the only thing for my Life Weaver and Arn to shoot.
This feels again like the objective forces you to make this decision, and it's okay. You know what I'm saying? But if you didn't have to force this, I think going for this probably would have been objectively better. No pun intended.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So now what's your priority here? Very clearly.
Not get shot by Bob.
Not get shot by Bob and to shoot who instead?
The Rhine.
The Rhine. Why? Because he's here. So the problem here is where should you rotate here? If you do have to tank trade, where do you tank trade?
Literally just go to the right a little bit,
Yeah.
then
Get out.
covers Bob.
Don't get shot.
Yeah.
Don't get hit. That's it. Oh dear. So you see, what you're doing in terms of shooting the Rhine here is fine. You just things are a little bit flustered right now, and so you're making a lot of really bad decisions. And that's really all there is to it. So I'm gonna stop there with D.Va, and I want you to tell me what you very clearly and simply need to practice with D.Va. Couple of things, maybe.
Yeah. I'd say just my general setup.
For what? What are you setting up for?
Backline.
Okay. On an angle. What if the backline is inaccessible? What if they're too far away? Then what should you do?
Tank trade.
Tank trade from what position? What kind of position?
Cover.
Cover?
Like, out of LOS of them.
Cover, and maybe a bit of an angle too. A bit of an angle too, right? So like you think about like what you did here. Your backline was here, right? And your backline was here. So with you here, you're kind of creating a bit of a crossfire, even though it's just shooting Rhine shield. Because the Rhine has to decide who am I going to block? D.Va, the shooting in the back, right? He has to make a choice, right?
Yeah.
And then if he passes, you keep shooting him, and then maybe you go, okay, now I'm going to shoot backline, right? But if we're stuck in a choke here, same kind of thing. Don't stand in the open. Play an angle, but shoot the tank. That's it.
Yeah.
Set up for backline, then shoot what's available. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all. And what I encourage you to, strongly encourage you to do, is on any maps or matches where things feel awkward with D.Va, and it doesn't feel like you've quite figured out what to do. Do you notice how, with a little bit of prompting from me, obviously, but do you notice how you were able to kind of problem solve each of these engagements and setups?
Yeah.
I want you to do this. If you feel like you have a really bad map or a couple, not even the whole map, but a couple of really bad fights, pull it up in the replay viewer and just look at those fights. Just one or two.
Yeah.
Figure out what you should have done. That's all. Sound good?
Yeah. Because I had I actually say a really good D.Va game a few games before this on a New Queen Street when they went like the whole, Zarya, Sim, May, the whole Counterwatch gang. But like I think I played that game a lot better because I actually just properly set up. Because like I played on that like middle, whatever the top thing is, and then I just like drop down, murder the Symmetra, go back up. Oh look, there's a Kiri there, murder her, go back up.
That's it.
As opposed to just like standing there confused and then going out in the open.
Right. That's why I think a lot of people get confused, right? Like they think like, oh, I need to be tank trading. I need to peel because I see pro players peel, or I need to be going for backline because I see pro players diving. And the answer is it's both. It just you focus on your setup, you focus on your positioning, and then you kind of do what makes the most sense from that positioning. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all. Any questions?
Paul,
thank you for the sub.
I don't really think of anything at this point.
Okay, sounds good. Let's take a look at some Ball. Now, Ball has a much easier time getting to his targets. Why? Compared to a D.Va?
He can do some very weird grapply things.
That's it. He's just 3 times as fast, right? So you very rarely will have to need to tank trade. You still might sometimes, but you don't really need to. And it makes sense because how is Ball in a tank trade? Generally pretty bad. So the way things are balanced is good tank trade characters are slower, Bad tank trading characters are faster. That's generally how things go, because with faster speed, you get better target priority.
Yeah.
So for example, here, do you see how you're creating space without even needing to trade the Rhine?
Yeah.
You're not even doing damage. You're just, hey, look at me, watch out, you know? Nice. Good so far, right? Maybe not like perfect mechanics here, but the timing of your engages is good. You're forcing backline trades. You're threatening backline. You're isolating Reinhardt here. You're clearing space here. You're doing your little 180 slam techs. Love to see it.
Yep.
You got your grapple tech going on here. Only thing I would say here.
The widow.
Yeah. But I mean, it's okay. The only thing I'd say here is what's the status of your CDs and the status of your HP here?
No adaptive shields, half my HP.
So what should you do right now?
I'd say just try and go to the Mega that's literally behind me.
Yep.
Gets me my full HP back, and then I can try and like set up again.
Your value as a tank is your ability to distract, but your value as a tank and your distraction value significantly spikes when you're an actual threat. Are you an actual threat with this level of HP and without slam?
No, because I'll die in 2 seconds.
Right, and you don't even have the slam damage. So what should you do right now? You might as well take a break, right?
Yeah.
This is like the IRL analogy here is like how much work do you do when you're really, really tired? Not that much. You're not very good at it. So you might as well just grab a nap. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You might as well grab a nap.
Yeah.
You might as well grab a nap here because you're just not going to be doing all that much here. So grab the Mega, and then what?
Because honestly, get Mega, I'd say, then go up to like the single part above me and just scout and see.
Yeah. You ready for this?
My team.
Do the same thing you just did. You know, like I know you get slapped, but you have the right idea here. Keep harassing that Zen. Keep harassing that Ana. It's fine. Just do it when you're an actual threat here. Because this is more of you chasing uptime, which is just it doesn't mean anything. You know.
Yeah.
They're not an actual threat here. You might die here. You're not really scaring people. You know, it's just bad. And so now you should be an actual threat right now. If you'd grabbed the Mega, set up, you could have been an actual threat now with full HP.
Yeah.
But now you're just a waste of space.
Yeah.
Now you're just a waste of space. So don't pursue downtime or uptime. Pursue hitting every single time you have the HP, you have the slam, you have the setup, you should be doing damage. When you don't, take a break, even if it's just a few seconds, and then come back in. Your shields alone rewards that a lot because the shield HP regenerates. Your passive health regenerates. You might as well. Are you dangerous right now? Oh, yes. Look at your HP. Look at your CDs. So you should do damage. Are you dangerous now? Yes.
Ish, yep.
Yes.
Fucking
Now.
hit a shot.
That's okay. But you fail. Now you need to get out. This is the mistake. You see it? You're like, oh, Ryan's low. No.
Yeah.
You are not dangerous right now. So what should be your priority right now?
Go to the Mega on the right there. Go to the Mini on the left.
The frick out of dodge. Now, obviously, it's hacked. You didn't know that. We don't care. But guess what? Heal passive. Get healing shields. Get out. Look what you've done to this Reinhardt. Look what you've done to this Reinhardt. Look at his HP. Right? You've prevented any sort of support to go to this Reinhardt, and you force a defensive nano. But you're still pursuing uptime. Right? You're still pursuing uptime. Right? Now, the funny thing is I actually don't hate this right here. But the fact that you even thought about shooting that Reinhardt makes me want to punch a hole in the drywall.
Yeah.
But this is good. This is good. So if you die here, there was a period of time where you had HP, you had slam, I understand. Priority here, are you a threat right now?
Nope.
So what should you do?
Going around the back.
Go around the back.
Through the wall.
Run away. The funny thing is here is you're a threat oftentimes when they're not thinking about you, and you're not a threat when they are. So you're already getting value right now without doing anything. Do you see it? Do you see where their arrows are pointed? So just get out. Just get out and set up for next fight. You know, do your little grapple thing or your retract up to here and set up. By the time you get here, you'll be 500, 600 HP, and you're going to ruin their day. You're a threat. Let's see what you do. You're killing me. Why the hesitation here? Has it been the last couple of bad trades that have like burned you out?
Yeah, like at this point, like, you know, teams being like, "Ball, can you please swap?" Like that sort of thing. That it's like, oh,
you got to do the safe thing with ball versus counters, right? And look what's about to happen now. You're gonna get hacked, Discord, and you're gonna die. You got to trust yourself. You're doing the right. You have the right idea on your engages. You're just not finding the downtime, and so this is going to go horribly. This is going to go horribly. You see it?
Yep.
And look, and why is that Reinhardt's HP not budging?
Because they're all shooting at me, and my team's keeping resources on me, as opposed to, you know, using them offensively.
Right. You're not really scaring Ana, and you're really not scaring Zen. So this Reinhardt's getting healed.
Yeah.
You're just not good with this, right? So this is always the worst part. People look at this and they second guess themselves. They go, "Oh no, the backline trades haven't gone well. I need to focus their tank more." It's not the answer. Your character's not built for that. You're not set up for it. You're just losing more and more HP and more space, and things just go from bad to worse. Now you're getting bailed out by your team here, but this was, and I'm not going to exaggerate here, the worst fight this entire attack by far. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Don't doubt yourself.
Yeah.
Don't doubt yourself. Just do it a little bit better. Do it a little bit better. This is better. This is, I'm taking it to you, Somber. This, I still have HP. Now you need to be careful about going in by yourself here, but you still have HP. You're good. Do it. Do it. Set up. Don't do this crap. Don't do this crap. Are you scared of Discord, Sleep Dart, and Hack with where they're positioned and where you're positioned right now?
No, none of them will do much to me.
No. Look at where you're gonna be up here. Who the frick cares about what they're doing down there? You're fine. You're fine. Yeah. Get over there. Don't be scared. Yes, get her out. Even here. This I might be eating my words here. But I don't think it's likely that something too bad is going to happen here. Why? You tell me.
Well, everyone was like low ground, and I think it's only the Ana that's up here. Yeah.
Right. So they're trying, and you might need to run away, but nothing really happens, you know? You know what I'm saying? Nothing happens. Unfortunate. Or you get it back again. See, this is like worst case scenario. But you're still doing, the funny thing is you're still doing more than you were when you're focusing the right. Everything has gone terribly wrong, but you're still going to do more. I would drop mines here. I would drop mines here. Drop it.
I was considering it. I think I should have.
You should have. You drop mines there, you put the Zenyatta out of commission, he doesn't shoot you.
Yeah.
But I want to point out, as bad as this has gone, this has still been better than would have gone for Ryan, because look what you did.
Yeah.
Look at all the resources going into you, right? And nobody's looking at this Reinhardt. Nobody's looking at this junk, right? And so, as disastrous as this fight has been, look at your team's positioning. Look at the space that you created. Look at the resources that you forced, right? This fight is... I actually think your team has the advantage here. I think your team has the advantage here, with the space anyway. Oh, that's unfortunate. I don't know. Hanzo misses his shots. But really, honestly, like, you should feel, again, good about what you did, not how you did it. Ooh, I like it. Do it. Do it. I really like your use of retract. You're very creative with it. Beautiful. Now, right now, what's your pressure value right now? What's your threat of kill right now?
Mines are up, but I'm slept and about to be
Yep.
the Rhine's about to do things to me.
Yep. And you don't have slam, right? So this
Yeah.
on is full. So what should you do right now? Again, this is kind of like those downtime recognitions.
Take a second or two, get up onto like there's just a staircase over
Yep.
there.
Yep,
Pray I
just
don't
reset
fall
up.
into the junk
Reset up,
rat
get out.
trap for the 7th time.
Yep, get out and go back in about 3 or 4 seconds. So this is
Yeah.
the kind of crap that really should frustrate you watching this back. Right?
Yeah.
This is just useless,
No,
right?
yeah.
Like you're just not you're shooting an armored Rhine without a slam in front of the enemy backline while discorded after getting slept. It's just not worth it, right? Like even though you have adaptive shields, this could have been so much better. And then now you don't have your HP, you don't have your CD. So even though you're doing good things, it would have been simple to just reset up, go back in, and actually have an actual spike of value here.
Yeah.
Now the good news is that you've actually been more willing to take risks than you were on first point, right? Like at the end of first point, you've gotten back into, okay, I know there's Sombra, but I'm gonna at least try. And while you're distracting on a Zen, look at what's happening to Reinhardt, right? So you're not doing this particularly well, but at least you're doing something. You see that? Unfortunate.
Yeah.
okay.
I'll land one of these days.
One of these days. I mean, we're cooking here, right? We're cooking. This is it. Unfortunate. Just mechanics and setup, right?
Yeah.
Looking at this here, where did the grapple need to be?
A little bit higher.
A little bit higher? Yeah, and honestly, I don't know if I would have even canceled it. I know that boop messes with you, but like rolling through is really important. Let's watch one more fight here. Oh, okay, you do end up swapping. I mean, yeah, this is hard. Ana Zen Ball is what I would say a real skill check matchup for you, right? Where if you play your matchups correctly, you're going to dominate. If you don't, you're going to get destroyed, period. So how are you feeling at that? Now, I'm going to have you give me some goals for Ball. What do you see? What do you got?
I think a lot of it trying to just disengage almost more, like just go in, go out, go in, go out, instead of go in, feed.
When do you go out? What makes your decision about when to go in and when to go out?
When I'm not a kill threat, like no adaptive shields,
what dictates
half
that?
HP.
Yeah, right. Slam, adaptive shields, HP, their attention being put on you. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. What else? So finding your cycles of downtime. What else? Specifically, the counter game. Remember the Sombra, the Onett, the Zen?
Yeah.
What did that encourage you to do, and why was that a mistake?
I tank traded a lot more, I feel like.
Yeah, you chickened out. Don't chicken out. Don't chicken out. It's just a high risk, high reward game. That's how it goes. And we're going to talk about that actually later in stream today. We're going to do some hero misery stuff. But yeah, counters are often just higher risk, high reward. If you play it great, your team automatically wins because the entire enemy team is giving you attention. If you play it poorly, you die. All right. That's your choice. But the solution is never to just give up and play a different character. And by that, I'm swapping is fine, right? But don't play Ball like a diva.
Yeah.
Right. So you're never going to be able to do that. So you either swap or you adjust, or you give up. You know, that's your choice. So now a couple of mechanical things, obviously as well, but beyond that, I think we're in a good spot here. Any questions?
Can't really think of anything.
Okay. If stuff comes up, you know the routine. You can just message me. Last thing I will say as well is don't forget the first few minutes we talked about with your solo queue, social aspect, putting pressure on you. Because the funny thing was when you played Ball the worst, the few fights where you played the Ball the worst was when you told me that my teammates were asking me to swap, and it reflects in your gameplay. You immediately started to play worse. So I wonder how much of it was you reacting to the matchup versus you reacting to your team reacting to the matchup.
Yeah.
Food for thought. Thought. Okay. Any questions?
Didn't you just ask that?
Yes, but I'm giving you one more opportunity.
No, I don't think so. No,
All right,
not,
mate.
not at this point.
All right, mate. It's late for you, no?
5:15 in the morning.
Yeah, go get some sleep.
I actually got some sleep before this.
All right. Well, we'll get some more sleep. All right. I'll chat with
I
you
will.
later. All right. Cheers,
Yeah,
man.
see ya.
Have a good
Cheers.
one. All right, chat. Hope you guys found that one interesting, engaging, informative, etc., etc., etc. We don't always do sessions in voice live on stream, but occasionally we go with that. So yeah. Okay. Can I unmute now? What does that mean? Yeah, he's a good ball. He's a good player. He's a good player. I want to watch this video really, really fast before we take a look at the Hero Misery and Escort Guide stuff, and we'll rickroll in there. There's something posted today, the animation of Juno by Kyle Desange, who is a Blizzard developer who does a lot of the animation stuff. And I wanted to watch his video today, which he posted on his YouTube about animation and so on. I think Juno's got some crazy artistic stuff. I don't know how many of you guys saw, there was a video posted by, I don't know who the frick it was. Let me actually find it. Conquered versus Overwatch. And I think this guy kind of blew up critiquing, this guy blew up kind of critiquing some of the design stuff of Conquered versus Overwatch. And I watched the one just on Conquered alone. And I found it very informative because I don't really know a lot about it, but I think it was interesting. This is the one right here, and then the one versus this. And it really gave me a greater appreciation, and I hope it did for any of you guys who may have seen that exact same video, for what Overwatch does and what Overwatch does well. Because I think, like, you can say what you will about the game design of Overwatch. I think that Overwatch has a lot going for it in terms of game design. It certainly was the first in its field to do the things as well as it did. But one thing that is unquestionably maintained in value over time is the quality of how the game looks. And it's just unmatched, I feel like. And so what I want to do today is I want to appreciate some of the people that have been putting the work into that. Let's take a look here. And so this is, I'll drop the video in chat really fast. How do you manage to maintain such bad lighting? It's inspiring. Thank you, Eridu. I will take your feedback into account. Because the problem with lighting is good lighting for you is bad lighting for me. Because now I'm like in the cave, and I imagine somebody from the UK is familiar with that, but it is what it is. Can you review Tim the Tatman gameplay live? We've done that before, actually. Maybe we'll do it.
Hello and welcome. My name is Kyle, and I'm an animator on the Overwatch team.
Fun fact about Kyle: I actually have coached Kyle a long time ago. I didn't even realize he worked for Overwatch at the time, but it was a great session. So,
with the release of our
I learned, I think, after this. I don't remember. It's been a long time, but yeah, that was cool.
latest support hero, Juno, I wanted to take some time today to give you a behind-the-scenes look at her animations. We'll be going over her movements and abilities and provide some insights on how we iterated and ultimately landed on all of her motions. So with that, let's get into the animation of Juno.
This is so well done.
First up, let's talk about her in-game idol. We spent a lot of time early on testing out versions of her both on the ground and hovering slightly above it. When testing out idol poses, we're looking for something that fits the hero's personality and is easily identifiable among the cast of characters. With Juno being from Mars and comfortable moving around in space, we could not pass up the opportunity to give her a core sense of zero-G movement with the hovering style. Another part of the idle animation is what we call the fidget. This is a break in the animation where we can see a bit more of the character as they're idling and waiting for the match to start. The one that stuck out to us the most, even at an early state, was her stretch. It felt like something Juno would naturally do, as she's in a spacesuit all the time. She'd want to take some time to stretch out those limbs. Once we landed on her hovering for her idle, we were able to start on her locomotion.
I always feel like the most interesting aspect of art in general is how your vision for the character changes how you design the character, and then how that continues to snowball. Like, the question is, where did Juno start? Did it start with an envision for a space ranger? Okay, then where did the space rangers start? What I love to see is it's like a good dialogue in a movie, right? This is the character that we have. When we place them in this situation, what would make a logical sense of how they would act, right? So the idle animation isn't like a cool creative idea necessarily. The creativity, the artistic expression is thinking what makes logical sense with what we've created. So it's about creating something unique and then saying, what makes sense? What would this character, how would a normal person behave given in this circumstance? And I find that so fascinating. Right, it's a narrative. And it's funny because it's what makes art so beautiful is the creativity, an unorthodox expression of some new ideas. But then we can almost predict what's going to happen because, like, for example, let me ask you guys a question right now. What would a Juno and Moira voice interaction be like? I don't even know if there is one. You hear it in your head, right? Juno has excitement about being on Earth. There's a sense of wide-eyed innocence and excitement about this new version. Moira replies with something cynical. Juno responds back not getting the joke, and Moira makes a snide joke at her expense. You get what I'm saying? Shut up, Poop Kip. And I think like that's the reason that we can even envision those things is because these characters are so well defined in their personalities, and it reflects in how they move and how they play. There is one, I think.
Stretch out those limbs. Once we landed on her.
Oh, right. You could say Juno would be uncomfortable by Moira. It depends on, I guess, exactly. So yeah, exactly.
For her idol, we were able to start on her locomotion. Having her hover allowed us to try some more unique movement styles. Initially, we were leaning towards having her fully glide around. However, we had a hard time visually differentiating her glide boost ability state from her standard locomotion.
That's a good point.
This encouraged us to try something different for her base loco. We did retain that initial glide style of movement for her glide boost abilities. This way, the two different states read much more clearly. After finding the movement styles we liked, we were able
So she steps and she glides, her limbs remain
to
stationary.
replicate that in the first person perspective to try and mimic the same motions. For Juno's jumps, we actually have 3 different types for her. Her base jump, her double jump, and her glide boost jump. A lot of animations were put into this to make sure that no matter what direction she's jumping in, the jump always looks good. One of her more unique but less frequently seen animations is actually her get-up animation from a knockdown state. We leaned into her faster,
cool
zippy
one.
movement style to get her off the ground quickly.
That's cool.
Juno's weapon is called the Meta Blaster. It's a fairly standard burst SMG on the surface.
Now I'm gonna make a prediction here. I think the guy that I just brought up, the Conquered versus Overwatch thing, I might be wrong, but I think there's a pretty good chance that video series doing well may have inspired this right here. Because this needs to be done more. This needs to be done way more. With how talented this team is, this stuff needs to be done way more. These guys deserve way more attention for what they do.
But we tried to inject a bit more character and unique elements into her reload animation. An early iteration on this had a straightforward mag, eject, and replacement. It worked, but we wanted to try and find something that felt more Juno. We spent some time thinking about how she would use this in practice.
Yeah, Poke, it's funny. It's funny that you mentioned that interaction because Poop Kip literally just talked to me about that interaction like yesterday or day before yesterday. We were talking about that one.
Base is really common for her. As such, we thought she might want some sort of magnetic attachment to the magazine. So she was doing this in a zero-G environment, the magazines wouldn't float away from her if she let them slip by accident. This line of thinking got us to where we are today, and we're pretty happy with how this one turned out. For her quick melee, early on at the concept stage when we saw her awesome boots, we knew we wanted to do something like a kick. We tried a few different styles, and some of the early iterations, while cool, felt a bit too well practiced for something Juno would do. We ended up with something more straightforward, but we took steps to make sure it still felt like its own unique space. For her third person quick melee, we did have a roundhouse animation for her, which again, felt really cool. However, in third person specifically, this presented a bit of an issue in gameplay. She could instantly spin her body around and have her head hitbox shift around very quickly. Juno already moves really fast along the battlefield, and we didn't want players to quick melee as they're trying to avoid certain shots. Also for her crouch melee in third person, having her leg come up while she's lower to the ground was really difficult, so we ended up going for a more traditional punch here. For her speed ring ability, we were
that's fun. So that's interesting.
really inspired by one of the early concepts from our concept artist Daryl Tan. Juno was in a really awesome dynamic pose that we wanted to mimic as much as we could in gameplay. Traditionally,
So it's almost like a spider web, but like I guess You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Buzz freaking Lightyear. You guys see that? It reminds me of Buzz Lightyear.
Juno was in a really awesome dynamic pose that we wanted
You see
to mimic
that?
as much as we could in gameplay. Traditionally, we keep the lower body in place and we couldn't hit something like this for the animation playing at idle. But since Juno hovers, she could reach a pose close to this and have it work pretty seamlessly. This way, at idle, we get the nice dynamic pose, and the upper body still works well for when it happens during locomotion.
You are what?
The pulsar turbo
Dude, did people say I sound like Woody when I laugh like obnoxiously loud?
torpedo's ability
No,
looks a bit
no.
different from when Juno was
No.
first shown at BlizzCon. The shoulder
Tom
mounts
Hanks.
are gone in favor of having the pods float autonomously. This allowed us to
What?
So I
Really?
was late coming in today, so get
Yeah.
this, right?
What?
He was late coming in, so he's like, "Oh, can you just like get like things started?" So I go in there, I was like, "There's some music," so I hook up the iPod or whatever.
Yeah.
I start playing like the metalcore playlist, and Seth walks in and he's like, "You like metal?" I was like, "Yeah," and he's like, "Second is Sebring?" I was like,
Second
"Yeah."
and Sebring,
He
boys.
was like, "Oh," he's like, "Yeah, I love this." And so we went down the list, like, "Yeah, Underoath, yeah." Yeah, like, we were just having this moment. So then Brandon
2007,
Brandon comes in and he's
2009,
like-
baby.
Brandon comes in, he's like, "Seth, is this your music?" And he's like, "No, this is Pepper's." And Brandon was like, and I was like, we had this moment, I was like,
That's funny.
to add a lot more interesting motions to them, one of my favorites being her third-person outro. They twirl and dive back into her backpack. And finally, we have Juno's ultimate. We tried early on to have an actual screen in Juno's gauntlet that she would interact with. There were some issues we ran into with trying to get all of the motion reading in a short time frame. Through a lot of iteration, we ended up having her screen be more of a hollow projection that she can bring up and interact with. It also lets us
Interesting.
have a more forward-facing direction for her swiping in the first-person perspective.
Which is consistent with the way that the ultimate works. It moves forward, so she swipes forward. That's cool.
Which gives us more directionality for firing the ultimate. Facial animation is very important on our characters to really get their personalities to shine through. For Juno, we started by looking at some concept expressions. This gives us a starting place for her overall tone. From here, we start breaking down her different facial features and how they relate to each other to make sure our facial animations stay on model. For her eyes and brows, we keep an eye out for things like changes in direction, shape length, and overall size. Once we have all this info, we can start by building out a library of poses for her. These
Guys,
functions-
am I the only one?
starting point.
Do you guys know the Mercy meme where it's like zoomed up? She's like, ah. Am I the only one? You guys know the one? I can't remember what the Mercy image. Wait. Mercy meme face. Wait. Where is it? Wait. Where, somebody, where is it? Yeah. It's the same one. Dude, Overwatch is so memeable, man. It is sucks to suck, Kyle. It sucks to suck, Kyle. Get fricked, buddy. It's the same expression. It's like, I like skin. Do you? You know? Oh my gosh, that's just wild. Oh my gosh.
for our animators so they can quickly get a pose down that feels right for the animation, and then find
Same kind of thing here. She's like, "Ah, hi everybody."
facial animation really requires honing
No,
in
not
on
yet,
the fine
Electra.
details of the character. It's an essential piece of bringing our characters to life. While I've focused on animation in this video, it's important to note just how many people are involved.
Am I okay, guys? You know I'm brain rotted.
While
You
I've
know I'm
focused on
brain
animation
rotted
in this video,
when I
it's
see this and I'm like, am I the only one? Okay, if you've played Juno for any period of time, you will know, because when you see this, your brain is like, does anyone just get like a huge dopamine hit, like at this exact frame? You see what I'm saying? You're like, oh, there's so much damage and healing. Like, you legit, like, it's like, oh, yes, this is wonderful. It's beautiful. Oh, man.
to note just how many people are involved in creating our heroes. Design, concept, modeling,
Seeing a huge
rigging,
anti-date? Yeah.
animation, visual effects, sound, lighting, QA testing, and more. Without all these talented people, creating these heroes just would not be possible. So a big thank you to the Juno team and all of Team 4.
Also,
And that wraps
Kyle,
up this video on Juno's animation.
I'm gonna call you out in this. My guy made a public video that obviously is gonna get a lot of views, right? Or should get a lot of views. You know, But Kyle, you unlisted all your other videos. I watched a lot of your old work. Been swallowed alive by the corporate Tyranitar, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Nobody look at this? Well, they're gone now, so, you know, it's impossible to look at them, so freaking Kyle, man. But yeah, Kyle, appreciate your work. Chat, if you guys don't know, Blizz K. Desange, that is the guy in the video, so. And his work is great. Why do you think they're removed? I don't know. Bro, listen, I don't unlist all my old crappy coaching sessions. Look at what I got. Wait, let's see what we can get here. Get some good quality old-fashioned cringe here. Spylo plays Genji highlight. Hanzo in the mystery of the left nipple. You see what I'm saying? Like, we embrace this stuff. This is what I've got. I'm not look, Buff Harding is not a professional coach. Look at that. I just claimed I'm not even a professional coach. Ah, frick. Hi, guys. That was actually me almost slipping and falling flat in my face. Buff Hardtack here, coming out for my afternoon jog. Staying fit is not easy all the time. Today we have a little special treat. The gold Junkrat. He can't climb the platinum, he doesn't know why. He gets all the gold medals, yet he can't seem to get out of the gutter. We're here to help him. Watch carefully, because some of the things that I say in this video, whether you're Junkrat main or not, will help you climb from gold as well. Never ashamed. I will. Yeah. So, you know, obviously, you gotta embrace it. Gotta embrace it. Okay. You gotta embrace it, man. It is what it is. You guys don't even know who Buff Hardtack is. The real ones remember. All right. Let's do. You guys want to do Hero Misery? Let's do Hero Misery. I want to do Hero Misery. I think Hero Misery is what we're here for. We may not even get to the escort guide. If we don't get the escort guide today, what's fine. It'll be a future piece. Can we get an interview with Buff Hardtack? Do you guys want to see Buff Hardtack? I'll whip him out. Man of Mystery right here. He's always there. Did you guys know I did a Christmas special? I did a, wait. Well, last thing we'll show here before we do Hero Misery. Misery, yeah, exactly. Wait. I thought about bringing him back. Wait, Christmas. He's back. The Buff Hardtack Christmas special. And I'm just going to mute it so I don't get DMCA'd. But we did a Christmas special. You guys remember the Jeff Kaplan Christmas special? 2 hours. 2 hours of this. Committed to the content, man. Committed to the content. Committed to the content. This is a live stream, by the way. One sock, yes, why not? Anyway. All right, Hero Misery. What do you guys want to do? I'm gonna let you guys vote. All right, guys, nominate some heroes. What would be a good hero to look at? Well, okay. So let's talk about Hero Misery. All right, as my project manager lords over me. Hero Misery is going to be a running series. I don't know how often we're going to do it, but we're going to do it off and on. And basically the concept is that we have this character. We're going to give you all the counter. What the frick, Lexa? Why you got to do this to me? Why is every message you send to me a wall of text?
I saw somebody said something. This looked like a biology textbook picture, and I kind of agree.
Lexa, like message me directly, Lexa. Let's message me over DMs. unironically message me over DMs. Okay, so Hero Misery is going to be an educational project where we have Phil pick a character that you feel can be countered. We're going to play the character in a pug versus as many hard counters or soft counters or bad matchups. Like, we're going to throw a lot of crap your way. We're going to have the player try to adapt, adjust to play versus the counters, succeed, and fail. Then we're going to pull up the replay code, and we're going to coach that person and talk about all the things that they did well, things that they could do better, to be able to demonstrate exactly what you can do if you're faced with a similar circumstance. And so we're going to do this. I think the plan is at some point we're going to try and do this with some actually really good players at the fill in the blank character. I want to do some with some really just whatever players, like just a normal player, and I want to do some with me playing too, because I can kind of narrate my thoughts and then be able to analyze my own gameplay. So the obvious answer here is we should be doing these with heroes that are, I wouldn't say easy to counter necessarily, but probably popular characters that probably often have issues. Genjis, Rhynes, Winstons, Doomfists, Zenyatas, stuff like that. We could do it with Widowmakers. We could do it with Wrecking Balls. Maybe we will, but I think those characters are not as popular. And so even though they're easy to counter, I'm less interested. So I guess for you guys, today I'd like to do at least one, maybe two of these. And I'm trying to decide which one I want to do. I want to do one with myself on Zen today, if we have time. But I want to do one where I'm actually spectating from a third-person standpoint. And I'm going to open for suggestions. Because we'll do a poll. So let's do a nomination. What hero would you guys like to see in this zone here? Genji, Ryan, Winston, another character entirely? Yeah, Junk would be too hard. I think Junk is one of those situations where there would be a lot of education, but not a lot of people are interested in Junk. Genji, Winston, Ryan. Okay, maybe Genji, Winston, Ryan. Maybe we'll do Genji, Winston, Ryan. I'll set up a poll. Not Doomfist right now, because I actually want to do a collaboration at some point. Which hero? Genji, Ryan, and I'll let you guys vote. And these are going to be viewer pugs, too. We're going to try to keep things... Okay, the poll is live right now, so vote. So the poll is live right now. Vote for which character you'd like to see us analyze. And these will be viewer pugs, like I said. So you will be able to... A lot of you guys will be able to participate, depending on your rank. I think we'll probably aim for somewhere around a diamond level. So Plat, Diamond, Masters players, you guys might be able to join us. Genji and Winston pretty close here. Winston's definitely got a bit of a lead. And I could play Winston myself, but I think it would be fun if we had a bit of a mixture. I do like spectating and calling over stuff. Yeah, so we're not going to stack it too hard. I don't think we'll play Winston and Havana versus Roadhog Bastion Torbjorn. Okay, that's probably a situation where the value of counterplay is too small, but we will stack it to within a high level. We're going to make you feel very, very countered. Okay, so it is Winston here. Chat, I need a Diamond Winston player. And I'm going to need you to prove to me that you've played Winston this season with a screenshot of your career profile. So don't just say, oh, I can do it. I'm going to need to see your career profile that you've played Winston this season. Uxel, if you have the proof, DM it to me on Discord with a screenshot. Now, if you're not a Diamond Winston player, hang tight, because I'm going to need some players to fill this bug up. I am indeed not a Diamond Winston. I appreciate the honesty. I love the honesty. Now, I'm also going to need people to play, like a little bit of a spoiler here, I'm going to want a Roadhog player. And I'm going to want a Torbjorn player and a Bastion player. Support lineup will be pretty flexible. Can I join an EU ping? Yes. I don't know if I want a player of your caliber, Lexa, because you are the greatest of all time. But yes. Now, Uxel made the claim. If you can jump in my Discord, you should be able to DM me, and I will check your career profile. If you need a Diamond on a Lucy, let me know. Probably will. Probably will, because we're also going to need to build a team around the Winston, and I will want to have maybe not a great composition, but a competent composition. We'll have some sort of range healing and something like that. Okay, so Uxel sends a screenshot here, and we have a Winston player. So, Oxel, we're going to create a code. Drop your battle tag in the DMs, please, and we'll get you invited. And you are going to be the main character, my friend.
Can I play Bastion?
Yeah, do it up.
Oh, yeah.
I might even have you play, depending on the situation, I might have you play for the Winston team as well. Okay, so hang on. Before you guys start, throwing everything my way, I need a Roadhog player. Okay, maybe we might have ads here, so we'll hold off. I need a Roadhog player, and I need someone that's relatively confident with Torbjorn. And Bastion. Well, no, actually, Bastion, we don't need a competent Bastion player because most people swap the Bastion, aren't very good at Bastion, so if anyone's even remotely familiar with Bastion, it's fine. But I will like a competent Roadhog and a competent Torbjorn player. Will I do high-level play today? Nope, this will be medium-level play today. Electrizer, you said you were a Diamond Roadhog player, yeah? I think Electrizier said so first, Fancy Man. So I'm going to give them the opportunity to do it first. But we might have some space for you elsewhere. So Axel, just drop your battle tag. Maybe I assume the ad's over, and drop your battle tag in my DMs, please. High level, I don't know how many high levels we'll be doing here. Okay, so we're gonna get Axel in. No, that's okay. Don't worry about it. I got you. I got the battle tag, and I'm gonna be spectating this. Electrizier, what rank are you on Roadhog, please? You could do a Diamond Masters DPS. I might use the Alexa. I'll let you know. Your Tracer's what? Low Masters? That wouldn't be too bad. Go bye. Love you. See you guys in a bit. Will Ira come later?
No. You can't.
Frick, man.
You wouldn't be able to get your after 9
Okay, don't forget the things. Oh, okay, thank you.
I wash the dishes.
Low diamond currently, but peak masters. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, so now I'm gonna do a. I will have. Yo, Gabe. Are you good to play Bastion? Okay, jump on in. I'll get you a Bastion. Okay, chat. I need somebody who's relatively familiar with Torbjorn, who's platinum or diamond. You don't have to be a Torb main, but you do need to have some experience with playing Torbjorn. Once we fill this spot, we can pretty much open up the rest of the slots. Yeah, so we'll talk about map. What do you guys think for map? Let's look for something that's a little bit challenging, but not impossible. Okay, Wolfman, what is your rank? Maybe a flashpoint might be good. That's fine, Wolfman. Drop your battle tag, please. Pottery ISO is, I feel, pretty good. Maybe something like Esperanza. I feel like Esperanza is too good. Numbani is also too good. I think there'll be challenges on third point here. You know, maybe Power Iso is the... Maybe Numbani is the play. No, Numbani first point's too cringe. I think it would be interesting to have a map where there is a very clear bad point for Winston and watching how the transition has struggled. What do you guys think? A Hollywood? Because Circuit would be almost impossible. Power Iso is too good on third point, I think. Busan, no. Maybe Blizzard World? No. Maybe Hollywood. Yeah, Hollywood. I think Hollywood is the play. I think Hollywood third is quite difficult, which is what we want. Circuit's too hard. Okay, so we have a Bastion, we have a Torbjorn, we have a Roadhog. Iconvaldi. Actually, Iconvaldi would also be good. Let's leave as is for right now, but that's a good shout. Okay, chat. So here's what I'm gonna need. We're gonna do a giveaway. We're gonna do Nightbot. I'm going to need. We'll do. We're pretty flexible here. Let me do the giveaway here. We need platinum or diamond support players who are relatively flexible. I'm looking specific, and the keyword is support. The keyword is support. So if you're platinum diamond with support, or in that vicinity, support, and we'll do a giveaway in just a moment. We'll be playing on US Central. So if you're under 180 ping, I'm okay with it, but I'm a little bit concerned with 200 ping plus. Okay. We're going to roll. We need 4. Frosty Dog. Battle tag and rank, please. Actually, battle tag, rank, and hero pool, please. Also, hey, Frosty Dog. Hope you're doing well. Battle tag, rank, and hero pool. Hey, Mentos Frost. I don't know what you're on ping-wise, so please keep that. Okay, so yeah, not worth. So we'll skip this one. No to this one. Aster, battle tag, rank, and hero pool, please. And please drop it all in the same message as well. Seuss. Oh, hey, looks familiar. Battle tag, rank, and hero pool. And Ripclaw. Ripclaw. Okay, so we have Frosty Dog. That is a long string of numbers. Really? Zen Brig Juno. I'm going to put you in this team. Aster. Anna Brig Kiriko. What's the rank, please? I really hate this thing is so annoying. Platinum, okay. Anna Brig Kiriko, I'll give you onto this team here. Ripclaw, Brig Lucio Juno, perfect. We'll get you into our Winston's team. Okay, so actually I have the tanks wrong here. I need to flip-flop that. And then finally, who are we missing here? Seuss. If Seuss is here, battle tag, rank, and... Oh, I have to charge a controller? No problem. Okay, so we got one more. And it's Fancy Man. Fancy Man. Battle tag, rank, and hero pool, please. And then we'll get our DPS in here. Platinum, Diamond DPS. We only need 2. Go ahead and use the keyword DPS if you want to join. Platinum or Diamond, and we're flexible here. I don't care what you play. As long as you're Platinum or Diamond. If you are a higher rank, I might ask you to play something that you're a little bit less comfortable on. Yes, Masters is too high. I do not want you to carry the game, essentially. Exclamation mark misery. Should work. Okay. Spicy Pugs. Okay, maybe you're a little too high for this one. Big Wiener 64. Battle tag, rank, and hero pool. And as soon as you're done, Fancy Man, drop that battle tag hero pool as well. Your Master 2? Yeah, it's probably too high. Sarah Lee, rank, battle tag, hero pool. We'll actually put it in the title. Winston. What is Misery saying right now? Okay, that's good enough. Fancy Man, Plat on a Brig. Juno, most supports, honestly. All right, sounds good. That's exactly what we need here. Love to see it. Oh, Sarah Lee, I already have you added. I thought I had you added. Maybe I don't. And we need one more DPS here, so let me re-roll in just a second once we get Sarah Lee in here. Yeah, I'll add you now. And then let's do one more roll. JJ, 66 in, battle tag rank and hero pool. And then we're going to be cooking, guys. We should be good to go. So, decent map. Has some pain points. Tough composition. Tough composition because we're going to be having Hog, Torbjorn, Bastion. I'm opening up Frosty Dog and Aster to play whatever you want. Rip Claw, Fancy Man. I want an Ana or a Juno or some form of range healing. It doesn't have to be Ana. It's just some form of range healing. Brigitte, no. It doesn't matter. I really don't care. So if you're on with Uxel, as long as Uxel has ranged healing, I don't care what you play. You don't have to play dive. You don't have to play poke. You can play whatever you want. Lucio has a range. Yeah, true. Like, yeah, just stay in the aura. That's it. Perfect. Yeah, no problem, JJ. Plat 3, Echo Tracer, perfect. Love to see it. So we're good here. Now, I'm going to be honest, guys. I might swap this up a little bit here. Frosty Dog, you said you were Diamond, correct? I think I might swap this up because I think Team Blue is a little bit behind in terms of rank. Yeah, so I might move this to here just to give Team Blue a little, to make it a little bit more fair. I think Team Blue is still a little bit behind in rank, but it's a little bit closer. Yeah. So it's just going to be, I want to make sure that we're not like overstacking things in terms of rank here. Okay, so if you are in lobby, please have stream audio on for 1 second as I explain rules. Okay, we'll give them just a few seconds before we get started here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get ready, and here we go. These are the rules. Rules are Team Blue with a Winston. You must play Winston. You must not swap off of Winston. Supports for Team Blue. You could play whatever you'd like as long as there's some form of range support, whether that be Ana, whether that be Juno, or Kiriko. You must play one of those characters at all times. The other support, I don't care. We're trying to make it so that it is not totally stacked, but very, very difficult. DPS for Team Blue, you play whatever you want. I don't care. I literally don't care. You swap whatever you want, swap whenever you want. I don't care. Team Red, you must play Roadhog. You must play Torbjorn, and you must play Bastion. You must play those heroes at all times. You do not need to, and you should not necessarily go out of your way to chase or punish Winston. It will often be a very available target. That's the nature of Winston, but you just need to play your game. Play those heroes, just play the game. Team Red supports, you play also whatever you want. You don't necessarily need to counter the Winston. You just play what you're good at and what you feel like playing. Your job is not to prove a point, Team Red. Whether you win or whether you lose, you full hold or get full capped, there will be lessons learned here. You don't need to perform. Do not communicate. Do not strategize. This is a solo queue ranked game. Nobody's talking. We're just playing. And that goes for both teams. Team Blue, do not try to follow up off of your Winston more than usual. Just play Overwatch. That is all. Uxel, do not try to perform. Do your best to play around your counters and provide value as best as you know how. And if you fail miserably, it's not your fault. This is a situation where you probably should swap as Winston. Whatever you do, you're going to get a lot of value out of this here. Yes, comms ban is in place here. No communication here. Do you guys have any questions? Let me know in match chat, please, because I will see. Yeah, Red Team trying to win. You're trying to win. Both teams are trying to win here. But you could trash talk. All right. Let's go. I will commentate here and there. How's the audio, chat? Okay. Exclamation mark misery. Oops, this is quick play rules. Quick play rules. I forget that the default is always quick play. Presets. Competitive. Should be the same map, and we should be good to go. It's kind of low. All right, I'll turn it up just a little bit. Why is it? Oh, I forget that it resets the map. And we should be good to go. I'll turn it.
Welcome to Hollywood. Initiating match.
Okay. How is Uxel going to do? So the big thing with Winston is you have bursts of value around your bubble. You have high mobility, which allows you to stage for squishy targets. However, versus a Roadhog, Torbjorn, and Bastion, the difficulty is that not only can they quickly punish you in your bubble, but also that Torbjorn especially can poke you out as you're trying to take angles. So not only are you under threat once you dove, but even before you dove, you're getting pressured. That's the challenge. So the question here is, how good will Blue do at supporting their Winston to be able to take space, the stage? How will Uxel play around his team support? Because when you're playing Winston versus these characters, you're not getting kills. You're just not. Almost ever, at least early in fights. You're forcing vapes and overloads from Torbjorns and turret forms and nades and armor packs to allow your team to capitalize off of that. It is not a very engaging and fun playstyle, but you can win games with it. On this map, first and second point will have verticality, which will help Winston to stage. Third point will be a little bit more compressed, which means it's going to be very, very difficult. Let's see how Uxel does.
Attackers incoming.
We're going to look from third person while watching and first person while VOD reviewing afterwards. Brigitte, Ana, Bastion, Torbjorn. This is tough. This is tough. He cannot get hooked. He needs to avoid Torbjorn poke and Roadhog hook. I don't love how he's stuffing here. I appreciate him trading to assist his Tracer, and he is getting decent value here, but he's relying off of his backline's follow-up here, and I don't know if that was worth the bubble. Ends up working out, though. See, this is where Winston's going to feel pretty good. I wonder how the attack will feel, though. Let's see how he does. Uh-oh. 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 That's a hook right there. Vesperim, thank you for the sub. A lot of Torbjorn pressure there. He doesn't have overload, though, so that... Oh. Now, I will say, this backline for Winston is pretty good. You have a lot of pressure onto their front line. Ashe has a good matchup versus Torbjorn and Bastion, which is very important. Zen has a good matchup versus Torbjorn, Bastion, and Roadhog, which is very good. So the good thing here for Uxel is that while he is being hard countered here, his backline is hard countering the enemy backline. So if he plays around his backline, he's going to do well. Counter Nano. And see, this is often how it works. If you hard counter the Winston, are you hard countering his backline? And the answer is usually no. You got a lot of poke here and a lot of really bad characters versus poke. Brigitte, Bastion, Torbjorn, Roadhog. These characters take a lot of damage. And right now, Uxel's backline is doing a really good job putting out pressure consistently. He overextends a little bit there, he gets punished. Torbjorn, or Bastion, ult is used, or turret is used. Rip Claw is gonna die, he doesn't. Trance is used. Ult is used. Hog should die here. And Hog does die here. Yes, that will die. And so far, not a bad start for Blue. But this is the best case scenario here. They're holding space. They're getting ults. They're getting trades. We'll see how this evolves. Yes, this is a community match. This is around the diamond rank. I should change the title here. Winston Hero Misery. Okay. Now this is a bit of an ult spike for Team Red here. They've got the nanos soon. That hook forces bubble. Not a great trade for Uxel. He's going to have to give up space. Very early rally used from red. They will get space off of that. Uxel cannot get hooked. He doesn't. But the backline's putting a lot of pressure onto both the Roadhog and the Brigitte. The Nano is used onto the Roadhog, and Rally is killed. Again, the backline's the real carry. Uxel overextends. Uxel overextends. Not enough follow-up from his backline there. That's a huge hook, and this will probably be the cap that we were looking for here. Yes, so we're going to be looking at this round, and then we're going to be VOD reviewing this round afterwards. They are not calming, no. This is just a solo queue ranked game, or as close as we can get to it. The ranks of these lobbies are very close. Okay. Who are you makes a swap to Sojourn? They make the swap to Ana Kiriko. Bastion was used pretty early. That might be able to catch the Zen, though. That might catch Zen. Oh my gosh, that almost got the Zen. Again, this should be very favorable for Team Blue in terms of space here. Lots of pressure on the Roadhog bubble is used. Speedring is used. Not a real... Yeah, I was going to say, not a good time to engage there. That is going to force Uxel out. Turret is used. They are isolating the Roadhog. Pulse misses. They really need to play around their backline here. Everything revolves around Frosty Dog, and who are you right now? If they can shoot, the target will die. If they cannot shoot, the target will not die. So even this kind of pressure here from Uxel, that bubble there, very bad. Very bad. Very bad. Not near enough follow-up. Because the Ana, or the Zen, Juno, Sojourn could not follow up. Bobby, thank you for the sub. And this is a really bad fight for Blue. This is where they had moments. They had ults, they had space, and they lost it. And now they're gonna have to push into Team Red, which has the high ground, and this is gonna be hard. Bastion is just playing Bastion, however you'd expect a Bastion to play. There's the ultimate. They isolate the Torbjorn. Torbjorn gets nanoed and ults. Can they live? This is all in the Sojourn Zenyatta now. Uxel needs to live. Uxel needs to live. Uxel does live. Trance is used. Can they take space off of this? They really need to get high ground here. I don't like what Uxel is setting up right now. This is way too much pressure onto that Roadhog, which is just not good. Uxel's gonna die. I don't like this either. They need to take high ground here. They need to set up. They need to stage. There's just not near enough pressure on the backline from either the backline of Blue or from the front lane either. Primal's going to be used here, but it's not going to matter. Right, so this is where you're going to be told to swap. Exactly. Sojourn could turn this, but it needs to be used quickly. There's a turret for him. Uxel's dead. Kitsune Rush is going to confirm it. Oh, Jolly Rat 10 for the sub. Sojourn ult. Whoa, 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 whoa. Backline popping off. This left angle here popping off. I don't think it matters, but that was almost there. Do you notice that every single time we have a good trade or a good fight, it's usually based off of what the Juno, Zen, or Sojourn are doing? And sometimes the Tracer, right? Like, it's really the Winston's kind of us really playing the selfless setter upper of engagements without doing a whole lot of damage himself. Is the goal to learn how to play into counters? Yes. Yes. The goal is to limit test the counter matchup at the rank that most of you guys are performing at. Genji swap. I think the Genji swap's pretty good here. It's much better in this map. Now, this point of the map is a lot harder for Winston, we'll also say. There is some verticality, but it's much narrower. So it's harder to avoid the Torbjorn. It's harder to avoid the Bastion. It's harder to avoid the Roadhog. That's a bad bubble. That's a bad bubble. They're going to have to give up space now. Uxel really needs to be utilizing the verticality of this space here to go for backline. He's going to die for this. He's going to die for this. Yep. There's just no follow-up. You see, there's no follow-up from his backline, even on the Roadhog. Like, you can isolate Roadhog. Your Zen and Juno can melt Roadhog if you cut off the follow-up. But, yeah. Frosty Dog's in trouble. Frosty Dog might get his Transforce. No, he just dies.
60 seconds remaining.
Widow is a good swap here, too, as well. I like Who Are You swaps. I think he is making a lot of good swaps for the point, right? Sojourn, the Ashe, I believe, earlier. The Widow for third point. It's a nice long sight line. So Uxel is getting some good DPS help, at least with the swaps that his team is playing. You know, again, what are the... Again, forcing aggression through the choke. It's not good. The backline, the Widow doesn't have an angle through that corner. The Zen doesn't have an angle. The Juno doesn't have an angle. So there's been some good, there's been some bad. This is exactly what we wanted for this project. Good and bad, done by Uxel and his team. Huge. Huge. Holdable. Holdable. This Widow angle is brutal. The Kitsune should be used here. It will be used now. Should be used now.
10 seconds.
The Zenyatta's big, but he doesn't have turret form. Kitsune is a little late. No hook. Molten Core is used. A lot of space being created with that. But they might C9 here. Nope. Uxel is going for backline. They have to worry about carts, so they can't peel off the Winston. Who's gonna hit the shots? Ah, no, does he hit the nade? He does hit the nade. The turret is still killing people. No way! 1 HP! 1 HP, 14 HP Widowmaker holds it and dies the turret. Beautiful. It's poetry. It's cinema. Absolute cinema we've got here. What a beaut. What a beaut. All right, now this is where things get hard for Winston team. Because backline's stuck in the choke. You can't see jack. You can't even see the Roadhog half the time because if Electrizier plays it correctly, the backline's going to have to walk into the open to shoot the Roadhog. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. So we'll take a look here. You're playing so bad? No, it's all right, Sarah. We just want it like... Oh, no, I just... knocked beef everywhere.
Ready
Yeah,
for
this is
battle.
fine. My urge to swap divas skyrocketing, says Uxel.
Let's get moving. I got papers to sign.
All right, guys. What are you guys saying? Full hold in first. The redeem was hydrate, not munch. My bad.
3,
Full hold on first.
1. Attackers.
Could be.
Defend objective A.
Much harder. Bubble's already forced here. And he's still got turret in the back pocket. Yeah. Widow swap is interesting. It's not bad, but you see the problem is like, look at that pressure from the Torb onto the Bastion there. Or onto the Winston there. If he gets supported, like that's tough. There's the turret. Oh my gosh, the pressure on choke. I love the setup from Uxel though. The Suzu's a bit late. Blue beam stand punished. Winston's on the backline chat. This is working out. This is working out. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Not a good bubble. Well, it's not a bad bubble. He got some pressure on a Torb. He needs to get out. He's committing on the kill. That's probably not going to work. Ah! Oh, 9 days. Oh, the hook is missed. The hook is missed. Oh, the nade is huge. He should be dead. He should be dead. Yes. Hey, Clubs. Genji swap as well. So I'm going to be honest with you guys here. You may not have this exact same experience in ranked because I do think Team Blue's composition is fairly decent here. So Uxel's getting a little bit lucky here. We don't always have the same level of value here. Because again, this backline, this DPS line, this support line feels really good versus what Team Red has. Pretty fragile backline, pretty pokey heavy disengage. There's a turret form, there's the space. Nano on the Kiriko, that's a bit of a miss. Try with Mercy Lifeweaver. Unironically, could have a lot worse of a support lineup. Lifeweaver can heal Winston from range. Mercy can damage boost one of your backliners. Double support ult. They need a kill now. They need a kill in the next 5 seconds. Otherwise, this is going to be a huge problem. Yes, okay, they're good. They're good. They needed that kill badly. Yeah, blue team is angle maxing. You can tell these guys are the Spilo viewers. And that's huge value for Uxel. Because if Uxel's backline doesn't take that space, Uxel struggles immensely. Sojourn on the top as well, already being supported by Juno. We love to see it, or at least it will be momentarily. Early death? Oh no, they're not going to be able to stop this from crossing here. They're going to have to give up. They're going to have to give this up. That's a bad bash Winston ult. He's just going to lose the exact space. What's up, Vanilla? So Primal is used. It does keep him alive. I feel like he could have gotten punished there more, but he didn't. The sleep dart on a Torbjorn. The heal onto Saralee. I don't think there's enough follow-up off of this dive here. There is. Electrolyzer is isolated. Torbjorn's on top. He does have overload. So he's forced out. Aster is isolated. He should have sleep dart here. Bastion ult's used early. That Widow might be in trouble. That Widow might be in trouble. Torbjorn doesn't have help. Torbjorn doesn't have help. Trade happens.
This ends now.
Sojourner is used. She is supported. Can they get the kill on Hog? They need that kill on Hog. He is isolated. They don't quite get it. Aster's 1-0. What a sleep! Saralee's dead. Oh no, Saralee's out. Trance is forced. Saralee has the high ground here. It's all on Saralee. Who are you? Who are you is dead. Axel basically has to AFK. That little bit of pressure there that he took lost him so much HP. He should have disengaged. Saralee, what a shot. Wow. Hog is isolated here. Now remember, guys, as good as this may go, if Red plays their cards right. Oh, that is disgusting. Are they going to C9? No. Frosty Dog should die. Frosty Dog should die. Saralee has to carry this. Saralee is popping off. There's a lot of damage there from both the Echo and the Sojourn. Can they keep the Hog up? That should be a hold. Remember, guys, even if they make this cap here, it only should, on paper, get harder on third point. I don't think they can hold the high ground here. Uh-oh, Uxel's in trouble. And you definitely notice the armor changes, like how this has helped some of the ooh, Winston's dead. The Winston's matchup versus some of the other characters here. These are Platinum Diamond players. Yeah, this is a bit of a stagger here from Saralee. Saralee, Earth the Saralee, Earth the Saralee. Saralee's gonna die. I don't. Did you guys notice the elevator bugging out there? That's happened to me before. Saralee's gonna stagger, and this is looking more and more like the ranked experience at the moment, guys. This is one. They've only got a minute. Only got a minute. They've only got a minute. Can they keep the Echo up? They can. Hog. That's Suzu. That's a Roadhog copy. That's a Trance. Can they get space out of this? They can. They catch the Bastion. He doesn't have bow. He does have a bow. He's one. Oh my gosh. Great angle from Saralee there. Wow. Incredible. Can they? They should be okay. They should be okay. Nice. Yep. Okay.
30 seconds.
All right, guys. This is going down to the wire. 2 minutes left. A bit of an ult bank from Team Red stacking up, and crucially, the hardest portion of the map for Winston to function. And to, like, especially this section of the map, it's all in. It's really all in right here. So let's see what happens. Suzu's already forced. A lot of damage coming in from Team Blue here. This might be a one-fight situation here, depending on how far the Hog is really pushing here. Will there be follow-up? There will not be from Team Red, but it doesn't matter. The guy hits the combo. That's it. Roadhog is overextended. Oh, they're gonna commit. They're gonna commit. Oh, they're gonna catch that. That is brutal. Luxel's dead. Axel should be dead. No. He doesn't have turret. He doesn't have turret. Blue Beam Stam is getting the backup, or not getting the backup from his team. And Blue is getting the backup for the backline. Chat, this might be it. And you notice how much in this VOD review we have not talked about Uxel popping off. It's been Team Red's backline, the DPS and the supports, and that's really all you need to know about this matchup.
Victory.
Incredible. They did it. Roadhog, Torbjorn, Bastion, and to Winston, and they did it. Not a bad map for Winston, right? This could have been worse, but they did it.
Not so fast. Railgun.
Incredible. Okay, let's look at let's take a look at this replay code. Let's take a look at this replay code. Let's see what we can learn. Somebody drop the replay code, please. And Twitch chat. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. GG's, thank you guys for stepping up. Let's take a look here. So, Axel, are you here? Axel, did you have fun? Did you have fun? Did you enjoy? Did you have fun, Axel?
Ready for battle.
What was your impact this game? Talk me through your mindset. A little bit? A little bit. All right.
One. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Was having trouble target prioritizing, knowing where to set up. Yeah. So this is how Winston is played. We talked about it earlier. Finding cycles of distraction value on backline, when and where your team can follow up. So when you're playing Winston versus hard counters, these counters can do a lot of damage to you, like Torbjorn, Roadhog, Bastion, and so on. But not only that, they can also poke you out to do damage to you while you're looking to set up on the backline. Because Winston has two cycles. He has his setup, getting ready to jump, where he doesn't do any poke damage, so you can shoot him in the face a lot. And then he has his dive commit. And that's where usually a lot of people get punched, right? The Bastion turret form, the hook, so on, right? So Axel really, really needs to find times and places where a dive on backline has follow-up from his team. So even if they all focus him and he dies, there's follow-up from Ashe or follow-up from Zenyatta and Juno. And as we already established here, the backline from blue is pretty good. There's a lot of damage here onto the Roadhog, Torbjorn, and Bastion. But that's important to remember. If they counterpick you as a tank, they might not be counterpicking your team. And if you can play around what your team can and can't do, depending on their positioning, you can win games, even playing into counters. Now, to be very clear, if I was playing this, coaching this person, I would advise them, them to swap. I don't think playing into two hard counters makes a lot of sense. I think you can make it work on one hard counter on a good map, but if it's a bad map, a bunch of soft counters, you should probably swap. But I guess this goes to prove that in the ideal circumstances versus less than ideal enemies, you could still make it work. This could be worse. He could have had Lucio, Mercy on Circuit Royale, right? But we wanted to find something that's pretty bad, but not unreasonably bad here. Okay, let's take a look here. So big thing here is this is where Winston needs to let them here. If you let them walk into here and then contest them on the tank line or the back line, Juno, Ashe, Zenyatta, Tracer can do full damage. If you contest them here, your teammates cannot do damage and then you will die. The vast majority, I would go as far to say that 60-70% of mistakes with playing tanks into counters is not capitalizing off of your team's follow-up by choosing fights in good locations. That's half of playing versus counters, is choosing fights in good locations. That's half the value. And if you're not, you're going to lose. The other half, most of the time, is forcing the trades into your counters. Roadhog, get the frick away from him. Bastion, stay away if he doesn't have turret form, or if he does have turret form. But people aren't very good at that. And that's why a lot of people struggle versus counters. So this, for example, right here, we're going to let things kind of play out here. I really don't want to see Winston walking in towards here because there just isn't a lot of follow-up here. Now, when the Torbjorn walks here, it's fine. But there isn't any follow-up here. So if this Winston gets bubble forced here, and you see he's even lost a lot of his armor, this is a mistake. I honestly would be okay with Uxel hiding here, listening, and maybe even flanking and rotating to here. Let them come in. See, this here is interesting because yes, there is Tracer follow-up, but honestly, there's nobody else can shoot this. There's nobody else can shoot this. In fact, nobody else can shoot anything on the enemy team. And so I don't like this. There is some Tracer follow-up, and I think Electricier kind of overextends a bit there, but that is generally not a good trade. And I think here as well, if there'd been a little bit more punishment from backline here, I don't know what exactly would happen from red team's backline here. Yeah, so did you notice? Oh my gosh, look. Oh my gosh, who are you? You are the GOAT, because who are you? Just saved her Winston. Did you see that? So notice what Who Are You did. Winston walks forward, but Who Are You is controlling backline and not letting the fallout. Monstrous dynamite there. Yes, I mean it. You are the GOAT. This is what saves Uxel here. So Uxel gets very fortunate that his Ashe knows how to take space. And that's why you got to be really attentive to where your backline's setting up. Incredible. Incredible. You just saved your Winston's life. Beautiful job. Beautiful job. Beautiful job. You're the greatest. Incredible. Incredible work right here. But notice that she had to save her Winston's mistake. And so, Uxel, this is still, we needed to clean this up. You needed to let them come in a little bit better, because that was not where your Ashe was initially. She had to rotate there. You got very lucky. You could have cheeky angle on their Torbjorn as well. That's true. So you were still, yeah, oh yeah, that's true. Look at this, look at this, look at this. So every single time I'm like, man, how did Uxel not get punished? It's because of the backline. Look at that. Bam, 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 right? Beautiful. Now, because these guys are geniuses, they actually push forward. And this is also something that you can't always guarantee either. Uh-oh, uh-oh. See here, what's the mistake, chat? What's the mistake? Again, who are we trading on here? And what's the status of our bubble? I know that we're looking at Tracer in the backline here, but honestly, we don't have bubbles, so we really cannot take this trade. And certainly don't want to take the trade on the Roadhog. So really, we need to let Sarah Lee do Sarah Lee's thing and let her do her thing, and then wait for the Roadhog to walk in closer again towards my Juno Zen. And then we can take this trade. You see that? Because look at how much HP we lost. Even if you don't die, your Juno should be doing damage right now, not healing you. See, even here, this is no good. This is why Torbjorn matches up so well versus Winston. Because of this damage, right? So again, we're beating up on Uxel here, but Uxel is a great Winston player. This is just a very, very, very difficult situation. So all the criticisms we're giving to Uxel, big shout out to Uxel for putting himself out here so that you guys can learn. Ruins your setup. You got it? That's why you got to be careful. And now, oh my days. Uxel, you got to play cover here, and you got to let them come in and maybe even avoid the Roadhog entirely. Look at that. Brutal. Brutal. Now, again, thankfully, the backline here has enough pressure, specifically the Zenyatta, to prevent the follow-up. Good. Don't peek. Don't peek. You don't have bubble yet. You don't have bubble yet. And certainly don't drop a bubble on tank line here. This is where we needed to drop bubble on backline here with our backline able to follow up. It ends up being kind of okay. But then, yeah, we force our jump again. I think we think that we're going to get primal. But yeah, there it is. You guys seeing it? It's like poetry. We could predict exactly what's going to happen a lot of the time based off of whether my backline can follow up or not. Oh, yeah. That's good. Landed right on the squishies. Look at that. Pretty good trade. Landed with bubble. Our backline's there. Follow up from my team. Woo! How low did Uxel get? Was it 20?
No one can stop me.
3! He dropped a 3! 3 HP! 3! My goodness! Don't stop. Look at it. Stop alt firing. Stop alt firing. They do way more damage than you at range. Stop it. Stop taking damage. And again, your Juno's in spawn, right? So, wait, who's in spawn? No, nobody's in spawn. I thought somebody, who the frick was in spawn? I guess they're already back. Oh, Tracer. Okay, never mind, they're back. Let them come in first. Let them come in first. Let them come in first. And or set up. Nope. That's how you get hooked. That's how you get your head blown off, or you get hooked and you get your bubble forced. I like the hook block here, But really, again, our angle from our Ashe, Juno, Zen isn't great. It just needs to be like here, right? So, here as Winston, or sitting here as Winston on this corner, and then maybe flanking around behind. Okay, this is a tough point. Again, this is not the play. You don't have bubble here. You can't do anything. And you know where that Roadhog Bash is going to be. Start to set up behind. You might as well wait because you're down bubble anyway. This is such a reason. Like, let them come into the jaws of your backline. Meanwhile, you clamp them from behind. You get it? Even with Primal here, it's not good. Look at how much damage you took. You see that? This should have been a full HP bubble directly onto a Bastion or a Torbjorn or an Ana or on the Brig, right? And that's it, right? We force a bad engagement. It's not as good of a good setup. And so we end up losing this fight as a result. It is a team game. You must play around where and when your team can assist you. And that is a huge challenge of playing into counters, because counters don't make your job impossible, usually. They just expose your strategic weakness. They expose your selfishness when it comes to team play. See, even this here, right? If you were to go for a bubble trade, is now a good time? It's not a bad time, right? But why is it not a bad time? Because of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people that can assist us. Maybe not on the same target, but certainly doing something. We don't have bubble, you need to get out. You see that? Cheers, Esto Latex. I'm sorry I'm not able to read your full message right now, but I'm really glad that you were able to find value out of it, mate. Good luck with your practice and keep enjoying the game. Again here, don't peek this. Don't peek this. Set up for backline. Set up the stage from high ground. You just take too much damage here. You see what happens when our Winston messes up his setup or messes up his bubble? You kind of just let the backline walk in for free because you're not actually forcing them to look at you. You see, the problem here is because Uxel is misplayed and mispositioned a little bit, he's allowed the enemy backline to just kind of walk in for free because he hasn't forced them to look at them. Like, the enemy backline or tank line, looking at you as Winston is great value. And if you're not doing that, then you're not playing Winston properly. But you got to do it where your team can follow up and win you a bubble. See, this is an interesting moment. Do I go for the Bastion Hog or do I go for the Torbjorn? Not really good option here, but probably go for the Torbjorn. Yes. And so now, look at the response. 1, 2 people back up. Torbjorn uses ult. We use nano. Look at the space that this Winston's creating. Look at how... You guys know how awkward it is to get out of this choke, but not when Uxel, with bubble, with primal, has a sick jump. Look at this. Look at the space. Look at the Sojourn positioning. Look at the Juno positioning. Look at the Tracer positioning. And all Uxel needs to do now is live. Just disengage. I don't even like this. Just jump out or jump over here. Just jump away. Don't jump in. Even with Primal. You see that? But that being said, I mean, look at the space. Look at how much more space that we have to shoot people. Get him. Not quite. Unfortunate. So now we can't really go for that Ana now. Where does the Ashe position if enemy runs monkey? Well, yeah, not really the focus of what we're talking about right now. So I'll avoid that question for right now. It's a good question, but yeah. This is good. See, this is all good. It's just too late. We've done too little for too long. And then now it's like, oh man, this Primal's not going to do much. And there you go. I want to look at... Let's take a look at the attack here. So we're not going to watch the whole map here before we go into our next episode of Hero Misery. But do you guys have any questions? Well, let's hold off the questions for right now. We'll get the questions at the end of this here. So how is our Winston going to time his engage? Where is our Winston going to time his engage? I can tell you this much. You don't want to trade here. You might have to let the Roadhog hook your backline. You might have to. You just cannot take this trade. You must contest the backline. You must look for a flank to go around. You must split the enemy team's focus. Should Hog go for backline as he jumped Torbjorn? Yes, because the Winston was too far away to focus. If he's close, you focus the Winston. Is this going to be uploaded to YouTube? That's the plan. Yes. Don't peek. Don't peek. You don't have jump. You don't have poke. Don't peek. Is my backline ready? Looks like it, yes. Whoop. Now we have a choice. Do we bubble trade this? Or do we jump and bubble trade this? Yes, that's exactly it, Poop Kip. But see, that's the thing, guys. That's the thing. When you counter Winston, you expose yourself to also being countered. A lot of the counter watch characters like Orisa and Roadhog, Torbjorn, Bastion, and so on are also very easy to counter with your backline. And if your backline doesn't counter them, yes, it gets more difficult, but also Juno, Ana, Sojourn, a lot of the characters that we were seeing are fairly popular DPS characters and support characters. I don't like this as much because I do think we had the opportunity to go for the Kirikou. You might be like, well, she's just going to TP away. Okay, good. Then save your bubble and then go for another trade, right? But this isn't too bad. Our backline is engaged right now. They got the better of the trade, but this is okay. Stay away. Stay away. You don't have bubble. There's another target. Stay away. Good. 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 Force the Kirikou out. Kirikou's there. Now we don't even need to use our jump. We're already on her. In fact, we could have pursued. Oh, wait, that's a turret. We could have pursued here. But yeah, this isn't too bad. Oh, man, we messed up. I think we looked away from Torbjorn because we thought he was dead. Surprised you looked away there because he dropped to like 10 HP. And now we're just dead. We should get out. We should get out. We should get out. Oh, that's better. We're too low in HP, but it's a good jump. It's a good jump. You just needed to be higher in HP. That's it. We need to give our backline more time to shoot that Roadhog. To shoot that Bastion. Jump top. Avoid that Roadhog. Avoid that Road. Nah. This is more space for your team up here, and it's a safer matchup for you than it is here. I know you're exposing your team to Roadhog hook, but you could do the exact same thing here, and you're opening your team to Torb spam here as well. Chill. Don't do anything. Don't do anything. I believe that was a misnet. Ah, yeah. You have to play around your tempo. You have bubble, you're allowed to do something. You don't have bubble, you're not allowed to do something. Let's see what happens here. I think this is just backline carry, really. Yeah, backline carry. Okay, let's take a look at this here. I think we have a bit of a juicer coming up here, if I remember correctly. I want to look for one particular fight. Is our backline engaged here? Yes, it's not a very good bubble in terms of us bubble dancing. Like, we need to be outside of this bubble now. But there is follow-up here, so this should be okay. Right, so look at the Hog's HP. Our HP melts, but so does Hog. So does Bastion. You see that? Can our backline do anything about this here, chat? No. So we should really be careful about pursuing here. I know we have Primal, so it's okay now, but be very careful. Now, the question is our backline shooting anything else? Kind of, but we got to be careful. Is our backline shooting this? Kind of, maybe. But again, Roadhog should never be the priority here. Is our backline following up? Maybe. We don't have bubble, so I don't like this, but maybe. Okay. Don't have bubble. Careful. Don't have bubble. Careful. Don't have bubble. Careful. She has sleep dart. She should have nailed you right there. Notice we're repeating the same things over and over again. Good. Is our team engaged? Kind of. We have people that are fighting, and that's good enough. And we have bubble. And there it is. Don't. No. Not Hog. So we keep going back to help our team with Hog, and it's costing us a lot of HP. And it also means that we're missing opportunities to pressure backline here. I think this was the moment right here. I want to see it. Here it comes. Wait. Trance. Either jump or don't peek. Stop poking. Stop poking, mate. Stop poking. Good. Oh, this is it, I think. I think this is it. All right, go for backline. No! Go on the backline. Go on the backline. A bubble trade here is so much more valuable for forcing cooldowns. No! You force the split. This is just not a good trade here. You force a little bit of vape, but that's about it. Oh yeah, this is it right here. And now you don't have bubble. Now you don't have high ground. Now you don't have a bubble, so you can't do this. And on that note, we'll end there. So, main points for Uxel and for Winston players everywhere versus counters. You must, number one, know where your backline is. And then choose your engagement positions around where your backline can see you. Even if your backline doesn't have Zen and Sojourn and all this damage, even if it's just a freaking Lucio or a Reaper or whatever, you play your angles and positions around where your backline is. Number two, avoid your hard counters. Try to take trades with characters that are less hard counters, even if it's a Torbjorn, Kiriko, whatever. Number three, when you don't have bubble, stop peeking. When you do have bubble, stop peeking. Don't peek and poke versus characters that can blow your head off. And number four, when you do have bubble, look for an angle for a setup or an engage. When you don't have bubble, do not engage. Instead, set up for your next engage so that when you have bubble, you're ready to go. So play around the cycle of your bubbles, check your backline's positioning, look for more favorable trades, and don't freaking poke with your alt fire against characters that blow your head off. Now, the funny thing about all this is we're framing this like how to play Winston versus counters. But if any of you guys have seen any of my Winston coaching before, that's how you play Winston versus everything. That's just playing Winston, period. Any questions here? You did good on third point, yes. You did good. You did good overall, Uxel. We're just dragging you over the coals because that's why we're here. Could some of these concepts apply to Doomfist? Yes, very much so. Very much so. Some of the mechanics are on like playing around your bubbles and so on is a little bit different, but yeah, this is Platinum and Diamond. Why am I so charismatic? Crack cocaine. No. Jolly Rod Time, you're an idiot. Can I get some? No. Share? No. Will Cracker meet a champion? No. If you're not winning against the counters, how long should you try until you swap? I have the rule of 3.5. Basically, the TLDR is that this Winston should have swapped. Obviously, for the nature of this VOD, we asked the Winston not to swap. But I will show you guys this video. The rule of 3.5, which is basically 2 points for a hard counter, 1 point for a soft counter, and a bad map is 1.5 points. So if it's a flat map and a hard counter, you should swap. If it's 2 or 3 soft counters, you're fine to play. If it's a hard counter and a soft counter, but it's a good map, like a lot of verticality, then you can stay. So this video kind of rules, you kind of use your gut, right? But if we were to do the math with this one, I believe we have 3 hard counters for Winston. Now, I will say the armor matchup has changed since we did this video. So this was back when Diva did more to armor, Roadhog, and so on. But I think for the rule of 3.5 here, that's 2 points, 3 points, 4 points. And then if we include the Brig earlier on, this would definitely be a swap situation. Definitely. It's not the worst thing ever. Like a Circuit Royale would have been really bad like that. But yeah. How would you play this in Circuit and Havana? You probably wouldn't, frankly. Maybe first, second point. Like Havana is maybe playable, right? And maybe like second or third point Circuit. But yeah, if this exact same composition was played in Circuit and Havana, I would say it's probably unplayable. Because we're going from like what? I mean, actually, Torbjorn might even be more of a counter than Bastion nowadays since the armor change. But at the very least, that's like a 5.5, 6 points of swappage, right? And that's a little much. if your team isn't following up into counters. Yeah, so the big thing is like obviously play around your team's positioning, but I will say that one of the things that made this a little bit easier is that the enemy team was also counter swapping the enemy team, or our team was. But if you, for example, had a Lucio one trick in this situation, if you had, I don't know, like a Torbjorn player versus a Torbjorn player, instead of having like a poke character that we've had a lot of here, even the Widowmaker was quite good, then yeah, I think like that was difficult. But again, I want to emphasize here, if they counter swap you, they might not be counter swapping your team. And I think a lot of people forget that. Yeah, map is super important. Map is, in many ways, I would go as far to say map may be even more important than a hard counter. And sometimes. I would say hard counter is usually a little bit more important, but map is super important. Super, 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 super important. And it's way underrated. Because imagine playing into a Bastion on Gibraltar, you know, or playing into a Reap, or just a Tracer on Circuit. I'd rather play into the Bastion on Gibraltar, man. Circuit just sucks, first point especially. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah, thank you so much to all the players here. This was super fun. Would you guys like to do one more? Because we could do a Zenyatta one if you guys would like to. I feel like with Zenyatta, it would probably be something like Ball, Sombra, Tracer. What do you guys think for Zenyatta? Ball, Sombra, Tracer. You down for Sombra? Yeah. All right, Frick, we got a Sombra player. All right, let's do it up. So this time, yours truly is going to suffer and probably lose. What do you guys think for map? Junkertown? Junkertown? Kind of a 50-50 map, right? Pretty good for Ball, Sombra, Tracer. Pretty good for Zen. Gonna be messy, right? So maybe this probably works actually. So let's do this. Let's roll with this one. Okay, I'm going to need a Diamond, Platinum, or Masters Wrecking Ball player. Is there a Wrecking Ball player in chat? You don't have to be a Wrecking Ball main. I only play Wrecking Ball, but I do need somebody that can play Wrecking Ball. Plat, Diamond, or Masters. We have a Sombra player already. What support am I pairing with Zen? Not Brig and not Ana. I'm going to have probably like Moira, something silly. Diamond, Plat, Ball player. Okay, Fancy Man, drop the battle tag, mate. We'll get you back in. Actually, I might have you in recent. Yeah, we'll get you in. Okay, so from here, I need a Tracer player, Diamond or Masters, please. No Brig. Yeah, Brig would be too much help for the Zen. We want to create a more realistic rank experience. If you need a Soldier player, we might. I don't want a Plat Tracer. I think a Plat Tracer might be a little bit too easy. Yeah, I'm sorry, Pigeon. I really appreciate your offer, though. Masters Tracer Sombra, Mazzino. Okay, we'll get Mazzino in here as Masters Tracer. And I think we're good here. I think we have, we have a bunch of hard counters, soft counters, and so on here. This is going to be tough. Okay, so from here, we're going to open it up to the giveaway. So we're going to do, I need 2 DPS players. I don't care what your hero pool is. The only rule is no Widowmaker. No Widowmaker one tricks. Because we're going to reset this. Yeah, no Widowmaker players. DPS is the key word. Let's go. Because I want to create a situation where it's not countering everything on my team. There's more dynamics. And this is Diamond and Masters, no Platinum this round, please. No Platinum this round, please. Yeah, it's fine. If you accidentally said DPS, it's fine. That's okay. Looking for Diamond and Masters DPS, Doki Game. And congrats, you just won. So let me know what your rank is, and we'll let you know if you can get in. Loof, battle tag, rank, and hero pool, please. We'll do support in a moment, and I'll need a tank too. Diamond and Master support, yes. But Doki game or and Loof, I need a battle tag rank and hero pool, please. Diamond on DPS, play mostly hit scan, Sojourn, and Cassie. Perfect. We'll get you in, mate. Happy birthday, Doki game. We will re-roll then. Oxel, battle tag, rank, and hero pool. Nice flex, bro. IRL Winston player. I mean, actually, I can get you invited from recent, but I'm curious what your rank is, Axel. Where are you at? This is for DPS? Yeah. I don't know. That looks suspiciously like plat here. I might have to skip you despite the flex, mate. I'm gonna have to re-roll. I need help, man. We've already got a pretty stacked DPS line. All right, Kahoot Master. Battle tag, rank, and hero pool, please. What's going on here? Exclamation mark, misery. I'll change the title in a second here. Plat 2, that's all right. Wolfman. Your plat? Frick, ma'am. Doo-doo 299. Battle tag rank and hero pool. Surely, guys. THK. I'm so glad. No, you're all right. Plat's still above average. Plat chat is, still above average, Still solid. Diamond 3 flexible. Okay. Works for me. All right, we're going to do... All right, so when Doe gets on, we'll be all set. Okay, so I'm not going to do a giveaway for this one. It'll be first come, first serve. I do need a Diamond or Masters tank player and a Diamond or Masters support player. Please let me know what your rank and battle tag is and your hero pool, please. D2 tank here. All right, we already had Electrizier play, so Southern Nerd, what's your hero pool and your battle tag? Do you think the results would be close to the same in Masters GM game? Yes, the results would be similar because the level of counterplay from the Winston player would be better, but the level of counterplay from the counter players would be better. I think it does change slightly as the ranks shift, but not dramatically necessarily. Winston JQ Sigma mostly? Sounds good. Drop your battle tag, mate. Masters 1 support. Okay, let's get you in because I do need a Masters support player. Because we are behind in rank here. And then we're going to need Ripclaw. We'll get Ripclaw in as well for the support on the enemy team. I need you guys, when you guys are online, let me know. We'll see if Dowie's on now. Yep. Whoops. See Southern Nerd. Okay. And then we had Ripclaw in here. And I need one more support player. Shepherd, let's do Craving Salt. Wait, no. Let's get Vision. Let's get Vision. I'm trying to be fair, guys. First come, first serve here. So I'm gonna get Kahoot Master in here. Sorry, just to make sure I got first come, first serve. And Vision, you said you're Diamond on support? So in theory, we have Diamond backline, Diamond Master hybrid backline, Diamond DPS line, Diamond Master hybrid DPS line, and then even tanks relatively. So I think the SR here should be relatively even. I might have messed up here or there, but it's close enough. Okay. Please jump in Twitch chat for rule explanation. Just make, I assume all of you guys are already in here, but just to make sure. Okay. Rule explanation. Team Red. Ball, Sombra, Tracer. No swapping. Backline for Team Red. 0 rules. Support line, play whatever you want. Kiri, Lucio, Lifeweaver, Zen Mirror, I really don't care. I don't care what you play. Team Blue, I actually don't care what you play either. Play your strengths, whatever you think makes the most sense. I'm going to ask that you don't go characters like Torbjorn, don't go characters like Brigitte, don't go out of your way to actively counter to the dive. Just play characters that you're strong in. Now, if you want to play Sojourn or Weaver or whatever, that's fine with me. Okay? But don't really go out of your way to help me out, because I'm going to be struggling, and that's just how it's going to have to be. Team Red, likewise, don't go out of your way to focus me more than you normally would. If you see an opportunity to go for a Zen and you like your matchup versus a Zen, go for the frickin' Zen. Ruin my day. Make me weep live on stream. But just play your game. This isn't a kill the streamer moment. I want to make very sure that we're that. This is just, we're going to try to win. Try to win and play the game as best as you can. I don't expect this to go well for me. I'm washed. I'm not even remotely warmed up. So a mechanical expression with the Zenyatta is very important. And so you guys are going to see probably a lot of goofy and bad mechanical moments. And we're going to point out moments where I made a good strategic decision, but I needed to hit the shots for the strategy to work. We'll go over that in the replay afterwards, maybe even in the moment. I'm going to try to narrate a little bit of what I'm doing, but for the most part, I'm not going to be talking as much because I do want to focus on what I need you to be doing, and we'll narrate a little bit more afterwards. So this is going to have less live narration than the previous one because I'm not spectating. Yes, so just do your job. I will do my job as best as I can. I will make mistakes. We might get full health. We might be miserable. Like the last run was fortunate. We managed to make it work, but this is Overwatch. Like we might get full cap, full health. I might finish 007, but we're going to learn something here no matter what we play, and we're going to roll. Okay. Any questions? I almost said it, man. Mama jokes are so 2016. Okay, we're going to go.
I will have Olympus at any cost.
Prepare your defenses. Select your hero.
So I like the Tracer. I like the Cassidy. It will provide a little bit of help marking those flankers. Let's see how we do.
Disco, we will find tranquility. I release your
Better keep an eye on the omnium radiation levels.
How's it going? Hello.
To find success, we must search in harmony.
No tricks from you.
Greetings. Do not worry. I am an expert at navigating dust storms. Seize the soul, as they say. Seize the soul,
Okay.
as they say.
Like I said, not a lot of narration here. I'm just going to try and lock in as best I can. I'm going to be ice cold mechanically, but that's all right.
4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
I think I see the enemy.
Stop the payload.
Enemy spotted. Maximum velocity.
Would be appreciated.
Enemy spotted.
Wow. I hope I never anger you.
I see an enemy here.
What to
Enemy
next?
detected.
Over there. Don't sass me.
Oh, I see an enemy here.
Hyper ring deployed. Enemy here.
Did I scare you?
I require healing.
Enemy spotted.
Frick, that was a good roll out. Alright, so Summer's in her own backline, so I'm not worried about being spawn camped. Okay, she's dead as well. Nice. Still a small chance of a spawn camp here. Not likely, but possible. Okay, so no, we're good.
Cut off the payload. There's an enemy here.
Good Discord.
Adversity.
Hi. Thank you.
There's the Trace Sombra rotating right side. Okay, we're down, we're down, we're down, we're down.
Be whole once more.
My ultimate is almost ready.
Discord weakened.
I see an enemy here. How's it going?
Pass into the iris.
Step rider.
Suffering. Our minds aligned. An enemy here.
I'm really feeling the heat.
Don't
Sass me. Don't sass me. I hear you. Enemy detected. Keep a lookout.
Why the look of gloom?
Don't run. Enemy detected.
Enemy over here.
Spotted an enemy.
What goes around comes around.
I see an enemy here. There's one. There's an enemy here. Enemy spotted. Acknowledged. Don't sass. Enemy detected. I see an enemy here.
Experience nothingness.
Enemy detected.
Gotta watch for mines here.
60 seconds remaining.
Thank you. How's it going? I see an enemy here. Ultimate is almost ready. Cut off the payload. No one can. Step rider.
Be reassured, you are not alone.
30 seconds remaining.
Victory is within our grasp. Hold strong.
How's it going? Hey there. Enemy detected.
EMP's coming in. I'm gonna hard flank and help my.
I am under attack.
Let's lock that payload. Just a little bit more.
Ah, crud.
There's an enemy here.
Enemy here.
Overtime.
Hey.
There's no way they found camp here.
Opportunity for the iris.
Apagando las luces.
There's EMP.
Enemy detected.
They get the trade. I think we're still up one. I'll be there soon. You can just elo us some point. I don't need to worry about backline trades. We should be okay.
Satellite vector.
Nice.
Round 1 complete.
Okay. Yashiki Gami, thank you for the raid!
0.
We're doing some Zenyatta Hero Misery.
Switching sides.
Exclamation mark Misery. Depending on how this fastest round goes, we might do another round. Cheers, mate. I hope you had a good stream, mate. So I guess to narrate a little bit of what's going on without going into too much detail here, there's a lot of rotations, little micro rotations around cover to rotate away from threats to make myself a little bit more unpredictable in my positioning. You guys might be familiar with the term dynamic positioning. I've used it often in my coaching sessions, and it's about not staying in one position but rotating away to maintain distance from threats. Obviously, cover's huge. Hitting shots is huge. Being unpredictable with your positioning being really disciplined with my cover, checking, listening to sound cues of where Sombra and Ball and Tracer are, and then choosing positions accordingly, being willing to trance to save myself, as usual. And then when I know I'm going to die because they got Mind's EMP, go for something more aggressive to force a bad trade or to force a mistake. Sombra's going to be here, I can just tell. Yeah, somebody's here. I think that's Sombra right there. I think that was Sombra. Oh, I thought that was Sombra. It was Ball. Frick. Okay, I only rotated there because I thought I saw Sombra's name tag, but it was Ball's name tag.
I see an enemy here.
A temporary setback.
Shoot.
Enemy detected.
So I have distance now, so I can just discord and shoot. Because the interesting thing about... Okay, I'm gonna lock in. I'm getting distracted here.
I see an enemy here.
I release your suffering. What goes around comes around.
Ball's gonna go for me.
The path ahead is thorny. There's an enemy here.
Gotta rotate away. They're gonna come for me. Frick. Frick. Mechanics there. I had the space and I needed to kill that Tracer.
It takes 100 times.
No spawn camp because I gotta worry about points so I can go straight out.
Enemy spotted.
Listen to my prayer.
Victory. Play of the game.
Wait, what? What? The 3K pulse bomb? I mean, that was a pretty good play, I will say. Alright, guys, we need one more. We'll go back and look at that pulse bomb after this. We'll do the replays back to back. What do you guys think for map number 2? Should we do like Gibraltar or something ugly like that? What do you guys think? What would be a tough, not a miserable Zen map, but what do you guys think? Gibraltar push. Gibraltar sounds good. All right, let's do Gibraltar. Let's try it. King's Row might not be. I think King's Row is a little too hard for Winston or Ball Sombra Tracer. I think Tracer's okay there, but I think it's too hard for Ball. It's not too hard for Ball. It's not for Sombra, but it's not a great map for them.
Select your hero.
King of the Hill might have been tough, yeah. I think that's a good shout, though. Maybe we should have tried King of the Hill. Let's try King of the Hill. Let's try King of the Hill. I think that's a good shout. I think that's very difficult, but not, in theory, impossible.
Prepare for battle. Select your hero.
It's also different from Junkertown. Very different. We've done Winston, we've done Zen, and that will be all for today. Nepal would be interesting, yes, I agree, but I think Nepal also is a little bit more forgiving for Zenyatta. So I want to try something a little bit different. Wolfman's threatening me with a Brigitte.
Amid discord, we will find tranquility.
I'm gonna roll out top left, I
Anyone
think.
want to hear my favorite joke about the periodic table?
Genji snubbed? Hey, it's the hero pool of the people I'm playing with. Genji is pretty good in this map. Leeching a nice middle ground? Yeah, maybe.
Swiftness.
5, 4, 3, 2,
This might be the hardest one for Zen here.
1. Capture the objective.
Rolling out top here. All right, locked in.
I am ready.
Hello.
Follows you.
There's an enemy here.
I require aid.
Gotta go.
I see an enemy here.
The objective is mine.
Down to shrouds you. I require healing.
There's an enemy here. I need healing. I'm on the objective. Rally to my position.
Find solace. The path ahead is thorny. Foresight is as valuable as speed. Impact damage activated.
There's an enemy here. Hey. Hey there. Don't sass. Enemy spotted. How's it going? Hello. I see an enemy here.
Would be appreciated. Let me relieve your burdens.
Watch here. Enemy detected. Hey, thank you kindly.
Enemy.
There's an enemy here. Much obliged. Enemy detected.
Is within your grasp.
Thank you.
Welcome to orbit.
Oh, frick, man. Cannot hit a shot.
Hey.
Sombra's gonna be back soon.
Hang on, fire.
Spotted an enemy. Enemy detected. Sass me.
I don't think they have EMP yet.
Hello. Dead eyes here. There's an enemy
stuck.
here. Enemy detected. I see an enemy here.
I have trance, so I can kind of ego this angle.
Thank you kindly.
Overtime.
I feel like we may have a slightly imbalanced lobby.
Apagando las luces.
Frick, that was so bad.
Spotted an enemy.
We might have an imbalanced lobby.
Share the path with another.
I might pivot things up just a little bit.
Score 1-0.
How do you differ against Sombra? You just need to anticipate her pressure. You need to expect her to come for you and expect where she's going to come from you. And then when she's out or you've survived that pressure,
Near the ocean. It reminds me of where I was born.
let's swap it up real quick. I'll have my... I'm trying to think of what we can do here. What is Pepe Le Frogs? I think there's a lot of pressure from both my DPS right now. What is your... Is Cassidy a good DPS hero for you? Let's try this again. Yeah, so she does have like let's put it this way. It's not. I'm not saying that it's an easy or perfect solution for Sombra, but a lot of it is anticipating the problem before it becomes a problem.
Hi, Sarah. Greetings.
Why is this not starting?
Prepare for battle. Select your hero.
Yeah, the anticipation buffer is challenging for sure.
Amid discord, we will find tranquility.
Everyone ready?
Okay.
I like being near the ocean. It reminds me of where I was born.
Now this is interesting. They're playing Echo here. Yeah, I know you would. We're playing Echo here, which is actually kind of not super great versus their comp either. Which it will be interesting.
Activating combat mode.
How's that for sound therapy?
This does not bode well for you.
Hi. Over there.
The objective is now
Move to the objective.
Mechanics, frick.
Assistance would be appreciated.
This beat will heal you up.
I am heat.
Okay.
Party time, let's go!
You cannot escape me.
Over here.
Wow, that was a huge pull.
Hello? Hello, hello?
Time to drop them all.
Frick. See how much harder this is?
It takes 100 times to learn. 1,000 times to understand.
Hostile spotted.
No trace. Sombra.
How ominous.
Enemy here.
Yet.
Got something to kill here.
Sombra's here now.
There's one. Stop them. Targeting hostile.
Hyperring
Fight
deployed.
here and fight hard.
The enemy is approaching.
Hello.
Stop lagging about and get
I'm just gonna go for my echo, I think.
Envelops all.
got something to kill here.
I have arrived on point.
There's one. Stop him.
Fight here and fight hard.
We must accelerate.
Counter taser.
Pick up your feet, you drongos.
Over there. Over there.
What goes around
Hello.
comes
Time to go
around.
on a rampage.
Something to kill here. Enemy here.
Come on, everyone.
My spirit burns.
I'm ready to rampage.
D1 in the darkness.
Hey,
Hostile spotted.
over there. Time to go on a rampage.
That's what we're waiting for.
Experience nothingness.
No one can stop me.
EMP coming.
Let's take him to the apagando las luces.
There it is.
Finishing them off.
We are
Enemy here.
outnumbered. Be cautious. Assistance would be
Frick. Decent ult trade.
for the
I don't know if I needed a trance set. I could have greeted that trance a little bit longer. That's my bad. I still probably would have trance set, but not as soon as I did.
Is an opportunity for change. Darkness envelops all. My soul ignited.
The objective is mine. Enemy here.
Shit.
Hi. Get to cover. I have the objective. Taking flight.
Hi there.
Alright, so she's still on me. This will be interesting.
Hello, hello.
She's still on me. She's still on me.
Is an excellent teacher.
Enemy spotted. Got something to kill.
There's Sombra. Okay, so I can move. I can move. I can move.
Hiya. Move enemy here.
Nice. Okay.
There's one. Stop them.
So the information that my team is giving me, I'm using that information to move.
Prometheus.
Alright, so now we gamble. We smoke.
Hi. Hi. Enemy here.
We smoke.
There's one.
Rest your soul.
They're worried about point. They're not worried about me. Shoot. Worth still. Right, guys? Totally worth. Surely worth. I didn't need to do that, to be honest with you. Because here's the thing. When they're up a bunch, when we're up a bunch, the enemy team is more likely to worry about point. But also that means that I can relax and just shoot. So I actually think that that was probably not the play. That's a play if I have trance. But I didn't have trance, so that was probably not worth it. Because I could have angled in point and gotten away with murder.
I am blasting off.
The path ahead is thorny.
My ultimate discharge.
I am effervescent.
First round.
Got it. Nice. Nice. Okay.
Score 1-0.
That was one of the easier maps, I feel like.
Embrace.
This is a hard one. Because it's much more narrow and not as much verticality. Well, there is, but it's situational verticality.
Queen.
Shed the weight of your doubts, and your mind will become clear.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 2. Capture the objective.
Hiya.
All according to plan. Gaining altitude.
Something to kill here.
Sombra's here.
You must accept the pain.
Okay, Sombra's dead.
Over here.
So I can get really aggressive.
The objective is now active.
I have a find
Something to kill here.
Sombra's back soon, so I gotta think about rotating.
There's one. Stop them.
Hiya.
Sombra's on the flank.
Enemy here.
That's ball slam.
Hey there. Enemy here. Kill here.
Enemy here. Enemy in sight. Keep your eyes here. There's one. Stop them.
Your suffering.
Okay, Jakku should be dead.
Enemy here.
I think I see the enemy.
Assistance would be appreciated.
Yeah, thank you.
Stop them.
Hiya.
Enemy here.
A lot of it is just not making myself a good target, you know? It's not just about like offensive pressure, but knowing when I'm vulnerable and... Yeah, see, right there, right? Like, just that little juke, right? Jaws is the virus and puts me on a... Now I'm gonna rotate in.
They are taking
Player on Mega.
objective. We
Oh,
must
frick.
stop them.
Hiya. All hail the queen.
She's above me.
My ultimate is
I'm
fully
gonna rotate
charged.
out.
Get ready.
Sombra's behind me still.
Behind ya.
Stop lagging about and get over here!
He's looking for pulse. I can smell it.
My spirit
Back me up.
burns.
No one can stop me! Capability is maxed! Hey there.
Sombra's back.
Goodbye. There's one. Stop them. Over there.
She knows who I am.
Hi.
Okay, I give up space.
Duplication initiated.
Still looking for trips. You see it? She's looking for pole spawn. Make her stretch. Make her stretch for it. Do you want me? You're gonna have to work for it. Frick. That's okay. I could have tranced that actually. We could have won that with trance. It's okay. Yeah, I don't want to use the high ground because it doesn't give me as many rotational options. It's not bad. It's just, you know, and maybe it is good. This is just my initial impression. I'm not thinking all these things all the way through. I don't know where Sombra is. I have trance.
Assistance would be
He
appreciated.
doesn't have pull. Where's that Sombra? Where's that Sombra? Where's that Sombra?
There's one me. Stop them. Got something to kill here. The objective is mine. Look out, Ares. There's a new god of war. Intimidate on hard. Goodbye. They're taking the objective.
Just keeping my sister.
Enemy here. Hey there.
Let's take him to the wasteland.
Sombra's gonna come in a second. No, Sombra's already top point.
Got something to kill here. Greetings. Hiya.
My spirit burns.
Victory.
Maybe we'll do one more.
Play of the game.
Oh, let's break it.
EMP activated.
Let's see. Masters 5 Tracer, so this feels okay. Maybe Diamond 4. You have too much fun at the moment. I'm gonna try and do some SR checks here. Low diamond 2, okay. Let's okay. It's public now, okay. Oh, yeah, well. Alright, I need a diamond support player. I need a diamond support player. JJ, you went in? Drop your battle tag, mate. Oh, wait, I think I already have you, actually. Yeah. Wait. Let's do Gibraltar. Yeah, but this guy hasn't played. Yeah, he's played damage no more. All right, guys. Let's run it. This one might be the hardest one yet. This one might be the hardest one yet.
Prepare your defenses.
Do you guys see the vision, though? We'll maybe look at it a little bit more in detail. Well, we are going to look a little bit more detail in replays. But do you see the vision? Do you see the rotations? Do you see the distance management? Do you see the listening? Constantly listening. Not standing there and just playing Kovacs all the time.
Amid discord, we will find tranquility. Fruition comes from within, as does failure.
I have ruled the nebula for centuries. What hope has anyone of stopping me? Mine.
Yes. Shed the weight of your doubts, and your mind will become clear.
How often do I practice guitar? A few times a day. A few times a week. Mostly just play for fun. I haven't actively practiced in years.
Incoming. Stop the payload.
A threat emerges.
I gave away my position.
Eyes on a target. And I'm back.
An enemy appears.
Hi.
A threat emerges.
Hi there. Repositioning.
Enemy vector calculated. An enemy appears.
I'll break my Sigma Central one.
Enemy vector calculated.
Over there. Embrace
an enemy appears.
Enemy in sight.
Caught in the
Watch out, get him. Hiya. It's called a marathon, but once I do it, they'll call it a tracer-thon. Over here.
That is the worst force line I've ever heard in my life.
Over here.
Enemy vector calculated.
Enemy spotted.
Rendezvous at my position. Watch here.
What's cracking?
A threat emerges.
Oh, no, they don't.
Barrier initialized.
It's called a marathon, but once I do it, they'll
Oh no, this guy, why is he doing
Enemy
this?
vector calculated.
Gaining altitude.
Targeting hostile.
Really?
Enemy appears.
Not good.
I am under attack.
Over there.
I have to rotate back.
Enemy vector calculated.
Ah, I gambled because I knew I wouldn't make it to the Mega. So I was like, maybe I can catch her off guard. Okay.
An enemy appears.
On the move. Heading you
A
out.
threat emerges.
She might spawn camp me here.
That life
She might spawn camp me. I don't think she will because I think they're still fighting.
Duplicating Sombra.
Nope, she won't.
path ahead is thorny.
An enemy appears.
I have trance, so I don't need to rotate to high.
Enemy vector calculated. Over there.
Over here.
EMP activated.
She might solo EMP me in the back here.
My ultimate is fully charged. Get in there.
This does not. They face discord.
Advancing upward.
An enemy appears.
Oh, she rotated into my Ana.
Enemy vector calculated.
Okay, there's no Sombra, so I'm free. She's looking for Pulse.
seconds remaining.
Targeting hostile.
An enemy appears.
Gaining altitude.
Where is he? Where is he?
Listen to my prayer.
Holy crap.
Hostile spotted.
He's gonna take top. He's gonna look for EMP on me.
Dusting off.
Oh no, I egoed it! Shoot! That was poor mechanics and poor strategy. Here comes the EMP. The fat EMP. Shoot, guys, I trolled it. Yeah, I got a shot from the Ana, which is why I didn't trance that, but we lose. It's okay.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
Nanoboost is ready to deploy.
Over there.
I might set up top here.
Hey there.
I am going.
Actuate over here.
Tengo que irme.
Yeah, I might be able to. I don't think I can take top here.
Get in there.
An enemy appears. What is that syzygy?
Experience nothingness.
Enemy in sight.
Shoot. I needed it to dropping there was like kind of risky. I probably needed to trance and then retake high ground instead of dropping and rotating towards my supports. That was really bad.
He is an excellent teacher.
Because we lost so much space as a result.
An enemy appears.
Someone may come on me.
A threat emerges.
Behold once more.
Duplicating tracer.
It's called a marathon, but once I do it, they'll call it a tracer bar.
Frick. That is just stupid. I wanted to go for the rotate top, but I messed up. We're good. Alright, I gotta be ready for a spawn. Oh, nope, Sombra. I hear Sombra, so no spawn camp.
Watch here.
Nanoboost administered.
Systems enhanced. A threat emerges.
Enemy here.
Okay, I hear Sombra. I walk.
Enemy over here.
30 seconds remaining.
Over there.
Oh, that was a right click and a half.
Enemy vector calculated.
How about a second chance? Enemy here.
Over there.
I'm on my way.
No.
10 seconds remaining.
Let us hold out.
They're moving the payload.
Help me.
An enemy appears.
Overtime.
Apagando las luces.
Hold space, hold space.
Into the iris.
Rotate back. Create distance. Oh, no, she has the rally's dead.
An enemy appears. What is that
Nice.
syzygy?
Got her. Nice. Okay. It's all about the movement, rotations, and so on.
0 to 1. Switching sides.
Peak spell beats at Brigitte's Zen channel? Yeah. It was so much easier when it is I hold space, you know what I'm saying? The interesting thing about playing with like an Ana is I lose a lot of peel value in to an extent, but also because there's other targets that are attractive for the Sombra to counter, she can't just focus me. You guys saw that when it's bad targets for the Sombra, like the Cassidy and so on, or the ball, then there's a lot of pressure on me, but if I live, my teammates pop off. The other side of things is if there's multiple things that are fragile to ball Sombra, then if they're focusing them, then I can pop off, right? So it's like, yeah.
I can't hear you if you stray.
Yeah, I don't want to play near my Ana. I want them to have to choose. I want to be able to help my Ana if I see her, but yeah.
Engaged. I'm good to go.
I'm going to gamble and rotate Farco side. I'm going to get isolated, I know, but let's see if I can play it out. Let's see how my team positions. No, do not.
5,
No,
4,
thank you.
3.
I'm feeling a Sombra at ghost side. Ball ghost side. Probably ball's in this building here. Yeah, there she is. I'm going to rotate in this way. Tracer stop as well. I'm not scared of Sombra as long as I'm near a Mecha. Joked virus, I can retake that.
Hey, what's up?
Where's ball? Where's ball? Where's ball? Where's ball? Oh, that wasn't. See, now I don't need to rotate. You notice how much I was rotating in Ilios? Why? Because they didn't have good positions. This position is OP. I don't need to rotate. Listening for Sombra. Listening for Sombra.
Thanks.
There it is. You see it? Not even, cannot lose focus for a second. You see that? I could smell it. I knew she was gonna come. Because it was a good time. It was good timing. Because I was distracted by Tracer. I knew that was when she was going to go. Now I have space to rotate. So now I rotate to a different corner. I don't know where Sombra is. I hear Sombra. We go. Let's go. Let's go, Tracer. Let's go, Tracer. Let's go. Let's go. Go. They're on you. Come on. Don't know where Sombra is. Sombra might be up top of him, I guess.
Thank you kindly.
Yeah, there she is. Shoot. Shoot, I should have known that. I lost track of her. I thought that she was still on the floor. I forgot about that roll up. That's my bad. Sable Eye, thank you for the sub. I missed both the Sombra pocket on top and the Tracer on top as well.
Your spirits. Listen to the whispers of madness.
Same angle. Just need to be ready for Tracer to take top.
Time to go on a rampage.
There's a Sombra to my left.
Be cautious.
We're gonna lose this. Just get dying cart. Shoot. That's fine. That my team just died. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. That was my misplay. I didn't even pressure the Tracer at all. Cheers, Sable Eye. I appreciate it, man. Or Sable, yeah. Sorry. Sombra might spawn camp me here. Very high chance of Sombra spawn camping me. I don't hear Sombra. Okay, I do hear Sombra. Now we rotate.
Let the Kitsune guide you.
I require aid.
Oh, frick.
Watch here. Try me. I dare you.
Okay, we lose. Space control 2 OP.
Let's take him to the underworld.
Enemy here.
I missed every shot. No.
Over here.
No progress on the payload.
Bro, I feel like the shots. Shoot, that's just mechanical failure.
Enemy here. There's one. Stop them.
Let's take them out.
No Sombra.
Put in the payload.
I'm close to Tracer, so I gotta be careful.
Catch you later.
Experience nothingness.
Summer drops.
Something to kill here.
Is approaching its destination.
Oh, crud. I needed to put out a little bit more damage onto that Summer Tracer before I tranced. If I could have got a couple of shots there, I would have put them behind there.
A temporary setback.
Enemy over here!
Summer might someone camp.
Duplicating Sombra.
Where's my echo?
60 seconds remaining.
The world
Got her.
is a dangerous place. Attachment
She's looking for
is the
pulse.
source of all suffering. I require healing.
My ultimate is charging.
I gotta get out of here.
Repositioning.
Amplification matrix almost charged. Feeling better?
We move.
30 seconds.
I need to rotate away. I can't get them 2 for 1 here.
We're almost out of time. Any new ideas?
Amplification matrix ready.
Get the field. Now.
Apagando las luces.
I see one.
10 seconds
Shoot.
remaining.
Touch.
Overtime.
Locking satellite vector.
Amplification matrix ready.
Shit. Oh, that's okay. That was good. That was good. I think our comp got progressively worse there at the end, but it was all right.
Play of the game.
It was good. It was good that we had like an actual like good game there. We will stop there and we'll VOD review.
Finishing them off. Stuck it.
Okay, so let's take a look here. We'll start with Junkertown. GG's, y'all. And I want to watch more than anything else this map my movement. I'm playing the key thing with Zenyatta is we'll highlight 3 things here. Number 1 is my awareness. Crucially, I need to know where my threats are at all times. You cannot make good decisions if you don't know where people are. Winston, Tracer, Ball, and yes, Sombra are things that you need to constantly be aware of. Where are they positioned? Where are they likely to stage from? When are they likely to go for you? And do you hear them in any other position that might allow you to push forward and actually do damage? The key thing here is that Sombra is very hard to, you can't really react to her first engage if she goes for you. However, after the first engage, you can first off predict when she's likely to go in. And if she's on anybody else, you should know ahead of time. Okay? So the key thing with Sombra here is to know she's coming for you. And if she's not coming for you, to listen for that and then take action appropriately. Versus every other counter, Winston or a Ball, Tracer, is to know where they're coming from. Now, I can't really rotate away from Tracer and Ball necessarily. They're just too slow. I might rotate a little bit away from them to maintain some distance, but more often than not, it's knowing about which direction do I need cover from. Okay? So number 1 is know where your threats are, know when they're coming. And number 2 is to rotate appropriately. To rotate for angles, for aggression, for offensive pressure, but also to rotate for cover, for health packs, for support LOS. Because if I'm here, I only have cover from this direction. But if they come in from this side or they come in from behind, this isn't going to work. This is not going to work. So I need to kind of rotate away to here and then maybe to here and then rotate back. And it's a little bit of the ADHD movement, okay? So you need to rotate away. And the final thing here, and you guys saw it, is mechanics. your ability to actually execute off of and punish mistakes, to create advantages for yourself on the ball Sombra Tracer, and to win either those 1v1s or take favorable HB trades. So I actually want to watch this from a third-person perspective because it's really not super relevant where my Harmony and Discord are, at least for the purposes of what we're looking at today. At least for the purposes of what we're looking at today, I instead want to focus mainly on how I move and rotate around my threats, and even how I predict, how they're going to set up. We'll turn on the audio just a tad here, and we'll get rolling. Ball initial, I'm going peeking very aggressively, and I'm already expecting Sombra to be going for me. So I go, okay, there's Ball, I'm inside, she can't deal with me, Ball's out, there's Sombra. I hear Sombra, which then means I'm allowed to rotate left or right for free. I'm allowed to be more proactive with my rotations because Ball is dead and Sombra is accounted for. In addition to that, I also hear Tracer shooting, so Tracer's accounted for as well. So if I sat AFK right here, I'd be screwed. I need to push up, put out a little bit of early pressure, even if it's just Discord and damage, to protect myself proactively. I don't know where Sombra is now. I hear Sombra, I can rotate more freely. There's Ball, I know where Ball's going. I know Ball's likely to come in from this angle here, so then I rotate appropriately. I'm thinking, okay, this Sombra is staging for me. This Sombra is staging for me. Watch my rotation around this Sombra. The Sombra staging for me. Here comes Blue Beam Stan.
Did I scare you?
You see it? You see it? He hits the virus, but I'm already expecting this to happen. So now I'm swimming. I need healing, I need healing, I need healing, I need healing. I'm on a corner. I rotate away from where Sombra was, and I get to here. Now, you might think, oh, you're out of position. Well, kind of. I still have a corner. I'm still out of LOS of the Sombra Tracer, and I'm okay. I think I actually get punished here because this boop from Fancy Man was really good. I needed to expect this to come. This was just a nice boop from him, and that puts me way out of position. So that's my first mistake, was actually a little bit of a loss of focus on the ball. Now, as you guys remember this, as I'm coming back, I'm listening. Okay, Sombra's dead, so I'm not going to get spawn camped, and I hear Ball. So I'm going to rotate out. I'm just going to chill, poke, put a lot of pressure. Where's Ball? Where's Tracer? I'm thinking Ball might come up top here, so I'm listening very carefully for not a Ball slam here or here. If Ball comes this way, I'm going to drop and to rotate into here. So I don't see anything. He's still trading with my front line. My Winston's dying. And then now I'm going to start to think, okay, Ball might be coming for me. I'm expecting Sombra to come up maybe this way, Ball to come up this way, so I'm kind of rotating back to where I can still maintain LOS, but I'm going to make it so that they have to overextend if they want to come for me. Sure enough, Ball's going for backline, but I'm split from my Juno so I can see him approaching. I get the Discord, I get the damage. I hear Sombra translocate, and you can see, let's look at my camera. I hear Sombra, and I go, oh, I'm free in my rotation. So I can hold this angle for a little longer and even rotate out deeper right, and I'm not going to get punished. So when I open up this angle here, I know Sombra's not here. I know Sombra's not here from what I've heard. Now, right now, I'm thinking, oh, Sombra might be going for me. So I start to rotate very erratically, very aggressively. Cover, juke. You can see I'm kind of doing like these little circle rotations around cover just to juke that initial virus. And sure enough, there she goes. There it is. I'm expecting it, and I'm good.
Don't sass me.
So you can kind of notice a lot of my value here has been more, it's been like, I haven't done a lot of damage, really. And I haven't even done a lot of healing. But my Harmony Orb and Discord Orb has gotten a decent enough value. And more importantly, I've put a couple of shots that mattered. A couple of body shots and a couple of flankers, right? Sombra Tracer, these guys are fragile. You hit a shot, that's a big deal. And I've also just lived. I've played as a bait. I'm not playing passively. I'm just playing smart. I'm playing sneakily. I don't know where Sombra is. I'm expecting her to come from the left. I hear Tracer's dead. I hear Ball Slam. I'm expecting Sombra to come behind. Now, Blue Beam Stan is still setting up, but I'm expecting him to come in there because why would I expect Blue Beam Stan to come in now? Because I hear Ball. I'm expecting a dive here. Because I hear Ball, I hear Tracer, I'm going, this is a good time to push. So here it comes. Oh, he's not there. That's okay. So then now I push back out again. Because no Tracer, Ball's UCDs. I'm still cautious. And there it is. Bam. Where is he? Bam. Yeah, the timing wasn't perfect. And they're not going to be perfect in ranked. But I'm going to give the enemy team credit. I'm never going to assume that they're going to make a stupid play. Tracer's dead. I know where Sombra is. I know where Ball is. So even though the Ball can set up on me, yeah, I'm fine. This is where I got a little bit too cheeky. I knew where Tracer was. I knew Ball had messed up his engage, but I thought I had more help on this side. And then I also messed up a little bit mechanically. So, not the best trance, but it's fine. Again, playing Rat. I don't have information on Sombra or Tracer. I hear Sombra now. I know where Ball is, so I'm going to put a little pressure. Now I don't know where Sombra is, and I'm expecting EMP. There's the Mind Slam. I expected EMP, but it's the same thing. I'm expecting an engage now. And again, I'm playing very Rat with my cover. Okay, there's Sombra, but guess what? I'm sitting on the Mega. You guys notice that? All these details are so important. Now, I misplayed it a little bit because I didn't cleanse Virus. Wait, no, this is too far forward. So I didn't cleanse Virus. So watch this.
Ultimate is almost ready.
Area denied.
So he starts shooting me, so I only get about 30 or 40 healing there. So I misplayed that just a little bit. But she can't put... Yeah, I don't know. That was messy. But yeah. Again, I've heard who's died. Tracer's dead. I hear Sombra out. I can now take a more aggressive angle. At this point in time, I'm saying, okay, Tracer's dead or coming back, and they have EMP. There is nowhere I can play where I'm safe. Not without trance. So instead, I'm going to take the proactivity to them. Because if I try to play this ratty, I'm probably just going to die anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see a window, an angle to push. Oh, I should have died. And I'm going to make a play. Because guess what? If I'm Sombra here, I know where Zen is, right? He's right there. Okay, let's set up for the Zenyatta. Let's set up for the Zenyatta. Let's set up for the Zenyatta. You guys ready? Here we go. Let's set up for the back line. You get what I'm saying? This is not in the playbook here, okay? It's basically saying, I'm not going to win this fight honestly, so I'm going to play like a rat. I'm going to assist my flanker, and if I die, that's fine. I'm going to create an advantage. And so even though I die here, partly because my Juno, I believe, is... Yeah, my Juno is... Yeah, my Juno didn't have a good LS to me. It's still a good trade. And so now they actually don't even get another clean fight. Right, I took out EMP, and I also assisted my Tracer. This one was really funny. I knew he was there, but I think I saw Ball's name tag. And so I thought that I'd cleared the Sombra out, and I did not. So again here, I'm listening. I hear Sombra, I hear Ball. Or no, Sombra was dead, and I hear Ball, so I'm taking space aggressively. I see my Cassidy. I see Ball. I see Tracer. I hear Sombra. So what does my rotational choice now? I hear all the information that I need, so I rotate aggressively because the information I hear is good. They're back. My Winston's putting out a lot of pressure. Pepe is controlling a lot of space. So I'm going to assist Pepe in controlling this angle for me. I think I almost clipped Blue Beam staying out of stealth here.
Hack complete.
I think.
Feeling much better.
You see that? Look at that. Just a prediction. I know she's going to come from that angle. And so there you go. So she's going to go. I'm going to create distance between myself and the Ball Tracer with a good sightline. I hear the angle. So then I'm going to go help my Cassidy push that angle. There's Sombra. Okay, I'm going to push. I know where Tracer is. I know where Ball is. Sombra might not know where I am. And there you go. Now, if I'm the Ball here, I know Tracer doesn't have a position for me. But Ball's a little bit like Sombra. Well, that's in theory the play, Winter Duck. In theory the play. So if you have good positioning, you can. But that it's the proper position. It's Overwatch League planning stage. When you don't have an honest ult situation, you never play fair. You force the initiation. You force the engagement. It's very difficult to play disciplined when initiation is forced on you. So now I'm like, okay, where's this Ball? Where's this Ball? I'm expecting Ball to come for me. I still see Tracer. Tracer drops, no recall. Ball I'm expecting is going for me. He misses the engagement. I'm going to try and get some damage. Oh crap, this Tracer, I need to rotate. I probably should have rotated sooner, to be honest with you guys. And this is just mechanics. I had the speed ring. I juke the boob, which was nice. But then I'm kind of out in the open. And the Sombra comes back, and I don't hit the shots. And I think I would have died. And then I drop away from my Juno, which is even worse. This is just poorly played for me. But I think that's basically it. Yeah, okay. Let's take a look at Ilios. And you guys are going to see a lot of juking here. I think I want to skip the second round. Because I think the first round was a little bit messy. Not a whole lot. It wasn't as interesting, I think, even though we did win it.
And that's how you bring fire to the
It would have killed me even if I rotated early. I think so too. But I think I could have extended. Like, the thing is if you die as Zen versus this matchup, it's okay. Just make it expensive. Just make it expensive, you know? Like, you might die versus this comp. You probably are going to die versus this comp. So make it expensive. So I'm going to roll up top, get a little bit of information. And I'm honestly expecting Sombra to be behind me. Or angling on point. I hear Sombra on point instead of going behind me. So then I take the sight line here where I can just angle and pocket my team. And I can avoid ball if I need to. So this is just me playing DPS Zenyatta. I can just chill. I can just totally chill. I hear ball engage, and I see Tracer. So then now I can actually push my advantage. Sombra's dead. I hear Tracer. I hear ball. I rotate. You guys see that? And it's helpful because I get good ward value. I actually don't even do much damage, but I get good ward value. Okay, I don't know where Sombra is. Sombra's back. I'm expecting her to come for me. She's starting to rotate for me. So I'm going to start to play this door. And I'm going to start to rotate in and out. I'm looking. I'm expecting Sombra to come out here. Help my Tracer mark me. And now I'm like, frick. Are they above me? They're above me, aren't they? So there's the ball rotating towards me. Back towards cover. I'm going to tuck towards Mega. And you can see it. They're looking. They're constantly looking for me. And the funny thing is when a lot of times they don't even know where I'm at right there. He can't take that 1v1. I have Mega. I pocket my anglers. I hear Sombra's out. I hear Tracer's out. And we're good to go. Every time they engage for me, if I manage my space and rotate appropriately, it works. I get rotate a little too far there. I don't know where Sombra is right now. I've lost track of her. Oh no, she's dead. So for a second I lost track of her. I'm pretty sure. And so I was like, oh no. But then I see here, Ball's dead. I see Sombra's dead. And so we just keep going. I know Sombra's on my back line. I know she's back here. I even predict where she's going to rotate to. Where is she? 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 Oh shoot, they're looking for me. We're down one, they're looking for me. I'm expecting her to come back this way. I actually don't even know where Blue Beam went. Okay, so he rotated towards point. And this is it, right? Cover. I probably should have rotated in closer towards the Mega there. That was a bit of a misplay from me. The good news is that I still have corner. And he's going to come for me, but I'm just close enough to the corner to rotate back to Mega. And now he's out again.
My ultimate is fully charged. Get ready.
I know where Sombra is. I know where Ball is. Yeah, Duck, I'll elaborate on it for you. It's really simple. You are in theory technically correct. If I play in a dishonest and chaotic fashion, the enemy team perfectly tracks it, perfectly scouts it, and plays appropriately, they can win the fight without even using an ultimate. The problem is it's difficult to do that. It is difficult to do that because the way that I was playing is a way that forces trades. It is rolling the dice. I'm willing to take a gamble because I've got nothing else to lose. That scares people, and it's extremely difficult to deal with that appropriately. You can deal with chaos and then win the next fight because you had a superior ult advantage because you didn't actually force those ultimates. But 99% of the time, especially in a ranked environment, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Really high-level teams and Overwatch League level, maybe. But yes, you're willing to just die in a big, giant explosion. I don't know where Sombra is. There's Sombra. I shoot her. I'm sniffing. I was tracking Pulse Bomb here because I didn't hear Pulse Bomb. But I'm just going to help my Tracer hold the angle and then, yeah, 2-4. Yeah, no problem. You're 100% on paper right. I hope you know that. It's just in the reality of the situation, it rarely works that way. Especially if you're smart enough to recognize it. And also, when you notice when I pushed the Sombra on that angle, I paid very close attention to where they were, and I also went with my Tracer, right? So I didn't just go by myself. So I'm still playing decent in Overwatch, just more chaotic Overwatch. So this is where I'm tracking. So they didn't actually end up having it, but I'm tracking mines. I'm tracking EMP. So basically my mindset is this. If I die, I die. I'm going to make this death really inexpensive and really inconvenient because I also know that we're at a pretty close point in time where points going to start to matter. So we're 78%, 80%. So if they're going to kill me, they're going to have to reach a long way out of position, and I still might be able to win it with the Mega, with the Trance. They might EMP me and hack the Mega. I might lose it entirely. There's a chance, yes. But I'm going to make it awkward. And so the Sombra is looking for me. I actually don't even know if he knows where I am.
Adaptive circuits engaged. Sombra.
Much better.
Yeah, so no, so the ball goes for me. I think the Tracer scouted me. Yeah, they scouted me, but you notice they're cheating. They didn't set up. It's really awkward for them. So I'm able to just basically kite into the Mega and just catch a 2-for-1. And so the Tracer doesn't even get the chance to go for me at all. And then again, the juke on the virus, because I'm expecting her to come from that angle. Or no, I thought it was expected from the virus. No, she actually has to worry about point. And this is where I got a little saucy with it, but I could have tranced this. I think we actually would have won, given the fact that they used everything, but that's fine.
A challenge.
Hey, Darkwing. So where's Sombra? Where's Sombra? Where's Sombra? I've heard EMP. I don't want to rotate here because I might get pincered. I know where Ball is. I know that he's there. I've heard and listened for Ball, and I found Ball. So I know where Ball is. Okay, Ball, I don't want to rotate. I'm gonna poke him out. Where's Sombra? Is she behind me? Okay, I see my Tracers in duel with the Tracer, so I'm gonna drop quickly to rotate to assist this duel. Because if I go here, Ball can't get to me here. Tracer can't get to me here because she's going to run right into me with my Tracer. And I'm also probably juking Sombra because Sombra might be setting up for here, or Sombra might be setting up for me behind here. So quickly go to the corner, also because I have Trance. Tracer's out. I've helped my Tracer create space. Now, if they walk into this room, I still have health back soon. I have my Trance, and if Sombra goes for me, I'm still okay. And you notice that I'm expecting Sombra to come for me here. Where are you? Where are you at? 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 I had the corner there. I actually don't think I needed a Trance. I clear mines. I go back in my corner, my little Mega room. Yeah, come on, come on. Nobody's here. Nobody's here. I hear Ball. I hear Sombra. I hear Tracer. I rotate back out next space. I see the kill feed. I know where my Echo was. That means Sombra's not a problem. So I can rotate back to a more aggressive angle. And then this is basically it. Nice, Darkwing. All right, last one here. We're kind of zooming through these. You guys have any questions so far?
Ready.
You seeing it? You seeing what I'm talking about? It all starts with knowledge, movement, mechanics. Know where people are, rotate accordingly, mechanics. And this is about as bad as it gets. Now, I have a very fortified position here, so my movement is a lot more controlled because I don't necessarily need to rotate like crazy. I know they can approach me from here. I know the Ball can approach me from here, and that's about it. Yeah, this is just the Zen VOD for right now. I'm expecting the Ball to rotate in this way, so I'm catching it. We're expecting Sombra to pop out. Where is she? Where is she? Where is she? I'm actually expecting them to go for my Ana, even potentially, because you could see sometimes Sombra rollouts here. I take top to get some vision, and there it is. Check it out. Zen, zen, zen. And I've rotated right away from the Sombra at the perfect time. Why did I rotate then? Because the Ball is going in. So now is the time for Sombra to go in. So by paying attention to the Ball's tempo, I actually juked the Sombra. You get it?
Actuating the barrier.
So then I push back into the Sombra once I have the knowledge advantage on Sombra, because I can beat her in the 1v1 if I know where she is. She's out. I expect the Ball to come. Here comes the slam. I'm fine. I still have Virality. I'm expecting Sombra to come back out. She's not. I throw the orb. There's nothing there. Okay, so there's nothing there. I hear Tracer. I see Sombra. Bam. You got to contest this in or hide from him. You can't play in front of him. Yes, these concepts would absolutely apply to other characters as Sombra. There's Ball. I'm totally safe to Ball. Sombra's dead. Tracer's dead. So I can just sit here and poke. Poke, 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 poke. There was only one direction the Ball can come for. And then this is where I realize, okay, we've lost a lot of space. Look at where my backline is. I can't stay here anymore. I got to rotate away. So even with the Sombra out here, I needed to rotate, I think, okay, Sombra's dead again, so maybe not. I think it was okay, but there was a window there where I was thinking about rotating, and at some point I do rotate. Because you're looking at this and like, why are they not diving this in? You've already seen what's happened when they've tried. I've marked every angle. I've anticipated the balls engage. I've assisted my tracer to mark their tracer so she can't go for me. I'm ready for it. You can't touch me right now. You can't touch me right now. Again, I'm expecting nothing there. I see my backlines rotated out. I think here. There's Tracer. Good damage on Tracer. Yes, and this is where I'm like, okay, I need to rotate out. I probably should have already rotated. This is a little bit late. And so you can see that this is where I get isolated because my position in relation to my team is bad. And so here, this is a rotation where I should have already rotated to here, and then I would have been in a much better position to hold this out. So I ego here because I don't think I'm going to be able to rotate to Mega or to my Ana before the Tracer catches me. So I think maybe I'll just roll the dice and get a trade. So it's a late rotation for me, and I get punished. Where's Sombra? I hear Sombra, so I can rotate. I have Trance, so I can take an aggressive angle. I don't have to rotate safely. I can, if they dive me, it's fine. Where's Sombra? Where's Sombra? Where's Sombra? I'm expecting spawn camp. You know, I'm expecting spawn camp. Come on. I know. Where you at? Where you at? Sombra's probably gonna be up top here. You see it? You see it? It's. Oh, I know what's gonna happen before it happens. I even predict her to shoot after I've launched the alternate fire because there's a slight delay after alternate fire that gives Sombra a window to shoot for free. So I throw the alternate fire and I'm like, okay, she's not there. This is when she's gonna come for me. And notice my crosshair is on her before she even comes down to stealth. I'm not trying to pat myself in the back here, certainly not mechanically, but this is what you need to be doing. This is what you need to be doing. And she's still gonna come for me. Right? And so there Sombra gives up. And she probably should. Because, you know, this is too powerful a position. I have Trance. Even if the ball Sombra go for me, I can live for a long time by myself here, do a lot of damage, and then Trance. So she's going to go for my Ana, which is a smart play. She almost gets the Ana. I hear Sombra dead. I see ball slam. I see Tracer, so I'm just going to ego rotate here. Now, this was really good from their Tracer. I did not expect her to do this rotation all the way through here, and I lost track of her. So I knew she was there, but frankly, this was just a bad rotation. This is the opposite of dynamic. See a doobie. This is the opposite of dynamic positioning. With the information that I have about their Tracer chat, where should I have rotated to? With the information that I have on their Tracer, where should I have rotated to? You see what I'm saying? It's really simple. I know she's there. Why the frick am I going to rotate this way? Rotate away. Go create my sightline here. Expect Sombra to me to come from this angle here. But I make a mistake. I kind of bot out here. And I actually rotate in towards the Tracer. So even though I get a little bit of healing here, and yes, I missed some shots. Crucial. But even here, I had a window to rotate away. I stayed. So I get healing there, and so I ego it. Yeah, exactly. So I fumbled it there. I fumbled it. Shut up, Sync. Where's Sombra? I think I played poorly a couple of fights here. I hear Sombra up top. I'm going to rotate away. I hear ball. I'm going to rotate away. I hear Brig. I'm going to rotate in. And I made a huge mistake here. I bait them all to dive me, which is totally fine on an angle. I need to trance this. I do trance this. But I shouldn't have rotated on towards me. I should have rotated out, maybe out towards this way, where I can get pocket from Ana, or maybe even out towards a corner here. I just stay here for too long, and I end up really in the middle of nowhere. I needed to be at least further up the staircase to make it more expensive, because a trade on Tracer there would have gone a long way. Yeah, I kept heading to her. Yep. Sometimes moving towards your threats can provide a value of unpredictability. Like, they don't really know where you are, but that wasn't it. I know where Sombra is. I know where Tracer is. I know where Ball is. Now I don't really know where Sombra is. So I'm a little bit spooked. I hear her there. She's up top, so I think I'm going to rotate up top. This is 100% the play. I should have rotated top. I just think I messed up the I messed up the rotation there, and I think I'm going to die. So I rotate in towards him, but I had it. I had the rotation. I just fumble here. I don't know where Sombra is here. I'm really scared. I hear Sombra, so then I walk forward. I hear Ball Slam, so I walk forward. I hear see Ball's dead, so I walk forward. Where's Sombra? Where's Sombra? Backline's there. Tracer's there. I know Sombra is probably not anywhere close. Yeah, so she's there. So I'm assisting my Tracer, or my Echo in the duel. Good shot. I hear Sombra on my left. There she is.
I'm on my way.
10 seconds remaining.
You're like, oh man, how did you live that?
Till the end.
Yes, she made mistakes. I also made mistakes. This is probably should have been her dead right here. Because I was able to rotate around her and know where she's at. I rotate away from her translocator, back into my Moira. And I should have dropped way sooner there. That was staying way too long. But I don't stay here. I go back. I hear her translocate out. She's not near me. I hear the MP. Now they're all worried about cart. I see 2 on cart. I'm going to hold this angle on high ground here. It's a little bit risky. I shouldn't have peeked this corner here. I should have just simply held the corner without pushing it. I also have trance. So if they push me, it's fine. All those resources are wasted and not put on cart. I'm going to keep this position. I'm going to go help my Tracer. I rotate away from the Brig in Sombra, set up an angle here, and I can just totally chill because nobody's near me. Why play top for me? There's a lot of cover because your sightlines are so much better there. If you're gonna die, make it expensive. That's the rule. I knew the Sombra would be there. I'm gonna rotate this way where I have a little bit of cover and also my supports can see me. Where is she at? I know she's up top here somewhere. I think she actually trails me. Yeah, she trails me. So check this out. This is a pretty good play. I hear Tracer. Bam, mechanics. I can always drop to corner here. I shouldn't have pushed out of the doorway. That was a mechanical error. I juke Virus because she's going to try. I know she's going to try to throw it to me. And then I retake the angle now that she doesn't have Virus because now I win that 1v1. I hear her. And now, kind of similar to where I was on first point defense, I have such a strong position, such a good sightline, I don't need to do anything. So I'm just going to chill. I'm going to listen for Sombra very carefully. Yeah, so this is the one thing I'm scared of is Sombra setting up for me. Tracer's in. Ball is in. So where the frick is Sombra? She's on me. I know it. I know she's on me. There it is. I didn't even hear the translocator here. So I'm already expecting this, and I'm ready to drop if I need to. There it is. And then now, this is a little bit of hubris for me, because I did take a little bit of damage here. But I have scouting, she doesn't have locator, and she doesn't have virus. I'm better. No, not always better. Blue beam stam ruins my day usually, but in this particular instance. And so you notice that the information allowed me to win the duel. I hear ball. I know Sombra's dead. I hear Tracer far away. I'm going to keep rotating. Because you're like, when on earth are you allowed to rotate like this with Zen? When you have information. I don't know where Sombra is. I'm going to go help my flanker. I hear Sombra up top, so I push top. I know where ball is. I know where Tracer is. I'm expecting Tracer to come from behind. I hear her. I push her out, and now I control the angle. And we'll zoom through this because I didn't play this one as well. My team as well definitely struggled here. I was way too slow to assist my Sombra. I actually did not hear the Tracer rotating behind me, so I reacted late here. I know where people are, I poke. It's going to be more of the same, essentially. I know where people are, so I position appropriately. Sombra's out, I rotate. Ball is out, I rotate. I don't know where Tracer is. I don't know where Tracer is. We were already down a few here. I forgot about this fight. We're going to keep skipping through these fights and just finish up. I'm expecting some. I'm honestly surprised he wasn't trying to spawn kit me. I think it's because he had EMP. I hear Tracer. I'm expecting ball to come for me. I actually was expecting Sombra to be here, but I think Sombra's worried about point. So she's not there, but I'm expecting her to do the right, not the right thing, but one of the right things. There is Sombra. I don't know where Tracer is. I hear ball. I hear Tracer on the right. She's just used pole spawn. I could have tranced this, but I felt like with active Kitsune Rush, I felt like I probably should have tranced this and then maybe rotated to top left. I'll say that. But I wasn't sure if I'd get there in time. And I generally prefer to be more selfish. Oh man, I fumbled the bag there. Killing that Sombra would have been really helpful for us. I like using my trans more selfish versus this composition. Kind of like as my get out of jail free card, because if I can use it as a get out of jail free card on a good angle, it really helps my team because they don't have to worry about peeling me. They can focus on themselves. Again, I'm expecting spawn camp. Tracer's thinking about it. I don't like how close I am to Tracer, but I do have a choke advantage, and she does have to use at least one blink to get to me. I pushed out a little too far there. You notice that even without peel, like how uncomfortable, like that was a mistake there. I misplayed that mechanically with my cover and with my shots. But you notice how uncomfortable it is for them to go for me here? Like this sucks for them. Like this sucks. Like look at this. If I play this correctly, like really well, there's a very real world where I could get a 2v1 here. Like and control this angle, bam, bam. I could have done this. Cheers, meow. So the trance is necessary, but is a result of my bad choices. I hear the Sombra leave. I see the Tracer leave. I rotate to a different corner, maintaining distance on the Tracer. Jeez. And here, I would have rotated towards Mega, but I see Mega's hacked, so I rotate to avoid the ball. I rotate back in, and then I just get caught by the Tracer and ball. What's up, Vox? Yeah, I really, really needed a better trance there. I needed a kill. I needed to play, because that fight was so close. That was really the fight we needed to win. I hear Sombra's over there. I see Tracers over there. Again, all the information that I have, they can't all focus me. My team will pop off.
60 seconds.
Sombra's dead. I know where Ball is. I know where Tracer is. I drop away from Tracer. I was expecting Pulse Bomb there, but just my movement there is enough for me to maintain force recall. They have to worry about cart, so now I can just AFK shoot cart. Bam, bam, bam. We're down 2. I think I actually played this one pretty well. I could have gotten the kill there. And this is really important. Last little thing here. I know that we're down 2, and I know that their Ball Tracer is going to look for it. So I don't want to group up with my Ball Tracer, or my BAP Echo. I want to create a little bit of distance where my BAP can peel me if I get dove, or I can peel him if he gets dove, but I don't want to be on top of him where one dive hits 3 people. That's not a good trade. So what I do is I hold the angle here where I can help my team, but not only am I going to prevent them from getting a 3-man slam, but also I get vision. You see this? I get vision. See, my BAP Echo can't see this. I can. So I go, oh, there's Ball. He's coming in this way. So now I know where Tracer's not. I'm okay with that now. And so you see how much easier it is for me to peel this off from my current position? I almost dodge EMP. But I don't dodge EMP, but I'm not in a position to where I die from EMP. In fact, the only reason this is even remotely winnable is because I wasn't on top of my team.
The odds are against us.
10 seconds.
Dodge the pulse, good corner usage, bam, shot melee, and we almost win this as a result, so. Anyway, long story short, big takeaways here. Yeah, way more of a threat there is, again, it's the same thing. It's like really, you scout, you move, and then you hit your shots. If you do those things, you're going to pop off with Zen versus counters. If you don't, you're going to lose. It's not to say that this isn't hard. This is ridiculously hard. It's even harder, ironically, I think, when they go off of a diver. I think if they were to go like Widow Sombra here, that controls my rotations even further. But yeah, any questions? Any questions? Honestly, if I was better mechanically here, we could have even won this one. Yeah, pretty much. Any questions? A lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. Obviously, Zen is one of my, probably one of my better heroes. But, you know, you guys saw even with the diamond, the Winston stuff. Lots to learn here. I have a lot of questions, but not about this topic. All right, fair enough. Can you talk about why you choose to swing it with volley more often than just single shot spamming? I will say stick. I won't go through each case-by-case basis. But I do have a habit sometimes to alt fire too much. That just might be a mechanical mistake on my end. But the TLDR is that if I have something that I can shoot, I should be shooting. If I don't have anything to shoot, I should be charging alt fire. And that's pretty much it. Would D.Va be more of a Zen counter than Ball? No. I think D.Va's a lot easier to maintain your distance to and rotate away from. Ball's a lot harder. Ball's a lot more like Sombra, where it's a lot harder to rotate away from him, essentially. What you think of the sub? We need advice for countering Sombra with Echo. Utilize your verticality as best as you possibly can, and the same thing with Zen. You can really punish Sombra, or she can really punish you depending on your ability to track her positioning. How'd you play against other comps of Zen in general? It's a lot easier. A lot more freedom with the angles that you could take. Sometimes you don't even need to take an angle. Sometimes you can just spam right down main. But yeah. We won't go into it as detailed today, but that's the kind of the short of it. What other support picks would have worked there? I mean, a lot. I mean, I think Zen was one of the weaker supports in that situation. I think he was okay. But yeah, a lot of support picks could have worked. But yeah, we're going to do these maybe a little more often. I wanted to do one with Doomfist. I want to do one with Ryan maybe. Maybe we'll do one with... We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, no problem. What if I'm not good at tracking positioning via listening? Then you need to practice. It's not easy to do. It's not easy to do. But it's something that you can specifically and deliberately practice. Just like everything else. I hate playing Zen Gibraltar. It is hard. It is a big map. So, all right, chat. I'm gonna call it there. I'll see you guys on Saturday. Saturday, I believe we have a podcast with SVB in the gang. Sumito in the gang is the word on the street. So I might see you guys there, and we might have some other stuff there as well. Are you gonna do every hero? Probably not every hero, and it will likely be on YouTube. All right, guys. Loves and kisses. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.